Yeah. Hi,
Oh,
everyone.
hello, hello. Oh, that's great.
This is what I love about Gerald, everyone. If you want someone to make you feel good, reach out to Gerald, man.
There you go.
There, you go in for a laugh all the time. Thank you, every. Got the- no, no giggles. No giggles.
Oh, no,
Alrighty.
no giggles. Okay, no giggles.
Stop.
Hmm.
You do it so much better than me.
Do you want me to get my tiny hands out and,
Right.
it's like, yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh,
Okay, we
my.
had some laughing gas before we start.
Oh,
Oh
see,
yeah,
and
that's a
and
flat back.
yeah. Oh, here, you do it because you're the right
Wait,
way.
your
So,
back is different. Look.
is it?
Yes.
It really
See?
is.
Yep. Everyone, Gerald had the first edition, so that's the first edition of the Pulp Tarot.
And we just discovered this because
Yes.
and Amy and I are going to schedule a deck casual about this. And what I will do, Amy, is I will actually,
Yes.
yeah, this is the first edition. Does your cover say
Oh no,
second edition?
it
It
does
doesn't
not.
say.
You got
Okay,
it, sir.
Jeffrey did good, didn't he?
He did
So,
excellent.
but I will, when we get this scheduled, I will reach out to Todd Alcott Graphics to see
Yes.
if Todd may want to come on
Yes.
to talk
Yes,
about it, because
definitely.
I have to tell you, we were talking about this, and there is some mad skill in the creation of this deck. I mean, beautifully done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's yeah. Uh, Gerald and I, we both come from an art college background, and
mm-hmm.
so off camera, and I mentioned this when I did the live. We were talking about the different type fonts, and the fonts typography plays an emotional role into branding an item.
Yes.
You think of Sears, you think of the lettering, certain
Mm-hmm.
movie titles. When I was going through this deck, I kept seeing movie titles, all these
Yes.
influences. So it's very powerful stuff. So we were just bending each other's ears
Oh,
about this
yeah.
and the graphics. Uh,
Yes.
so everybody, welcome Nancy, Calla Lizzie, Michelle Marie, Kristen Louise, Aspasia Beth. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Everyone else, let me see who's here. And of course, Gerald, thank you for popping in. So, Gerald is my guest. We are going to be exploring the Pulp Tarot for readings. So, um, I asked Gerald if he was there. You go. Thank you.
There you go.
I wish I had a bell, so I'll do this and I'll do this. I
I
don't have a
probably
big
have a
bell.
tiny hand that does this.
Yes, you should.
Yeah. Anyhow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be the
And
shtick.
so, Kristen Louise, why do
And
you detest the papyrus font? Which one is it? Which
I
one is it,
detest the
Kristen?
papyrus font.
The
I don't.
papyrus. So sorry.
What is that?
Which font is it? Is it is it
I
the Pentacles?
I don't know.
I
Is it
think
in this deck, Kristen? I
because
don't
this.
know.
Let me see here. Yeah, all of these don't have serifs in it, with the exception of maybe, the
Uh-huh.
majors.
Yes.
Oh, okay. She says she doesn't think it's in the deck. You scared us
Okay.
there for a minute.
It's a prior chat message, I
Oh,
guess,
okay.
is what Beth said.
Okay.
I'm actually okay here. Hashtag bitchy alert. I do not like narrow fonts.
You don't like skinny ones.
I don't like skinny ones, especially when the font is a medium to light gray on a white background
You can't see
on a
them.
mobile device. I can't read it.
Yeah. You definitely can't see it.
It's like, what is this?
Unless they do the outline that's bolder, so you can see the shape of it. I'm trying to think of. I have seen what you're talking about in some sort of branding of some sort, and you really have to look at it. You kind of have to, put it as forward so you can see the whole thing.
Yes.
Jen.
And Oh, Jen's here.
Hello.
I am all about branding. Good branding. It's helpful because it's consistent and it makes it easier, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. If you're doing graphics it's like for my lives, I have a particular background that I use, and I always have a mustache on it. Yeah. And I have a font that I use. Yeah. But I get it.
Yeah. Your name and like my name, it's easy to play with because you can work with the mustache. I can work with different variations of the rose. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the font itself to give that personality.
Absolutely.
Of the name to relate to the person as well. So TAROTSTACHE works perfect.
Yes. It's a good one.
So anyone who has readings, I know we're starting a little bit early, but Gerald, I forgot to ask, how late can you hang out till? Because I know you cook. I know you need to maybe make dinner.
I only have to be somewhere tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And if I need a break, I'll actually excuse myself and move around. So we had a late lunch. So we're in good shape.
We're good to go. So you heard that, everyone? 1:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So we're going to be here for about 20 hours.
Okay, bring it. I will need more coffee.
I'm gonna have to take a bath. Try to do readings in the bathtub. I don't know.
Do you have any plastic decks? I'm not a bath person. I'm not a bath person.
I need it every now and then, but I don't do it all the time.
Yeah, no.
When I'm quick, I need the shower. When I'm in a rush. Let's see here. Yes. We'll do a few questions. Everyone for readings, let us know. So, what do you think about that, Beth? Seraph or sans seraph?
I think it depends upon how it's being used. Yeah. So, I know that's a vague answer. My father was a printer, and when he first started into it, he was actually hand setting type.
Oh, wow.
So I'm okay either. What is it's serif that is supposed to flow easier.
It has the hook. It has a little bit of it has the mustache curl.
It has the mustache. So then I guess my mustache is serif.
Yes.
And for people who don't have a mustache, they are sans serif.
Sans serif, yes.
There you go.
I had to beat that into my head when I was taking that type class. Remember what sans serif? We know what italics are, so on and so forth. But I had to keep going in my head. Sans serif has no curl. Serif does. Yep. So it is, something I will not forget. So Gerald does not have a donation link, and he said that's totally fine. I shouldn't say he, like you're not here.
Who? Here, I'll hide myself.
There you go. So the man behind the fan says he does not have a donation link.
So donate to Amy.
If anything, support his channel. Hit the notification, thumbs up, so on and so forth. It's been a while actually since I've had Gerald on my channel solo. He was in our discussion about decks and vintage decks, I think in July, with Julianne, Victoria, and Sadhna and myself. But we haven't been one-on-one, and I think probably since the early part of the year. So this is very nice to have you one-on-one.
And here's a tip.
What?
We're going to have a deck casual about this sometime toward the end of the year. So definitely stay tuned. And let's get this out of the way. Know your limits. Purchase responsibly. It's an affordable deck. Yeah, I love it.
as you speak.
Yeah, but
Um,
you know,
well, Calla Lizzie, I don't know.
I would never say anything about your old lady mustache. I would never do that. I would also never get into your purse. My mother would always say, "Go in and into my purse and get such and such." And no, no, in my mind, you never get into a woman's purse. You give her her bag. You never get into a man's purse.
Yeah,
If somebody wants something from their purse, you give it to them, the purse. Jeffrey and I
exactly.
do the same thing.
So get it yourself.
Yeah, well, get it yourself. I'll bring it to you. Get it your damn self. Sorry, I'm
Ban,
using
where's that ban? Woo!
yes,
Hang on.
yourself.
Oh my God, this candle's going crazy here. All right. So you
Uh-oh.
can already see the tone of how the next hour, 2 hours, 20 hours is going to be
Oh.
like. Oh, I needed this laugh so much. So everyone, thank you for your patience. Yeah, Beth, we were both wearing coats like we were
Yeah,
camping.
it was cold. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
I was power out at that time, or was it just that it was cold?
It was cold.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I was in the mountains, and I think it was.
Jeffrey just handed me this. This is the relationship. He's eating a generic Oreo from the store, and it's like a what do you call those sandwiches? It's like a Whopper where it's got three layers, or
Oh, it's like
or
the
Monte
double.
Cristo, yeah,
It's
double
like the double
stuffed,
stuff. Yeah.
but it has an extra thing. And he gave it to me, so I will put that over here. I won't eat it in front of
No,
you.
no,
I
no,
will
no,
not
no, 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 no,
subject
no,
you.
no. Wait, 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 wait. It's only fair.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Got to keep the energy going.
Cheers, everybody.
There you go. Sip, sip,
Hmm.
as Calla Lizzie would say. All righty.
Yes.
Okay, so Pulp Tarot. I think I've been saying the Pulp Fiction. Have I been saying the Pulp Fiction Tarot? I can't help
You
but.
have not, but I have been, because this reminds me of pulp fiction books
Yeah.
from the 70s, the late 60s and early 70s. And I was telling Amy, they always had this sort of red edge, or they were a green edge. Does anybody remember that too? Either the green,
Okay.
and they were not considered great literature. And sometimes the situations that characters would be in might be best read on your own in privacy.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Those were the ones I think were put in brown wrappers, or they were like,
yes.
or you will only see like the top part,
Hmm.
like some of the porn magazines. Just what I've heard, not that I know.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard about it on the internet,
Yeah.
You'd be walking around like this. It's like, don't look, don't look.
Don't move that hand, Gerald.
Don't move that hand.
uh,
Does anybody else remember those? Because it was, they were just things we had at the top of our stairs in the house I grew up in. We had old encyclopedias.
yeah.
And then for a while, my mom and dad purchased from like the grocery store the annual of the year book. It's like, here's about the year
Oh
1970,
yes, yes. The World Book
and
Encyclopedia. They would do yes.
yeah, something like that. But
Okay.
then they also had there were some of these books that were not the naughty ones, because that would not have been on the bookshelf. Granted, I believe a couple of my brothers had a few of them. So, action-based
Just
stories.
so everyone knows. Thank you, Michelle. I believe what's I forgot his name. Sylvain. He did a review
Hmm.
of this deck, and
Oh,
I asked him. in Quebec or in Canada if they had any Pulp Fiction. He said, no, not in Canada, but France. I didn't know France had Pulp Fiction. Or see, I'm doing it again. Pulp Fiction kind of literature. So
Nice.
I thought, okay, it's not exclusive to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, World Book Encyclopedia, Nancy.
I love it. Yeah, because they were terribly, terribly cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaply made. I love it. The term pulp derives from the cheap wood used to make the paper. Yeah.
Yeah. And the quality of the book and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very loose, very flimsy.
Oh.
Is a
Calla Lizzie is upset that they don't have a snack. So
okay.
Here you go.
There you go.
Here you go. Hold out
You
your
can
hand.
eat in front
I'll
of
hand
you.
it to you. Yeah. I think that's what upset her. That's
I'm
like,
sorry.
oh my God. Oh, yes. Here. How's this? I'm sorry, I won't eat in front of you anymore.
Oh, wait. You're a bad influence. You're a bad influence.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a cookie.
We're going to lose followers because of this. So sorry. It's Labor Day weekend. It's an extra, it's not a holiday, but it's a long weekend, and it's, we got to cut loose somehow. All right, so no one's jumping in with a request. I know you're listening to us laugh, but
That said, literature is a strong word to use for Pulp Fiction.
What's another word? You used to work in the library. What's another word?
Serial novels, or
novels.
Yeah. Some might say the word, if you rearrange the letters in this word that I'm saying, it could be referred to as prawn, P-R-O-N, rearrange the middle two letters.
Okay. Oh, subliminal.
Oh, we have a question from Jen.
Yep.
Jen.
Thank you, Jen. For what I need to do to upkeep my work organizing processes, please. Okay. You're Sagittarius, right, Jen? But don't worry, I'm not going to do any, well, I shouldn't say don't worry, but I'm not going to, this deck isn't leaned towards astrology, but I may pump up something, so if I feel it. So the way we're going to be doing the readings is if the question's being asked, we'll take turns. Pretty straightforward when it comes to doing co-readings. If someone has a specific request for either myself or Gerald, feel free to do so, but I think it works best if we just either take turns or we both read for that person. Donations for me are always appreciated. They're not forced upon. It is in my description. If you like a reading that I did for you or gave you some guidance, feel free to do so. I just got to plug this in really quick, Gerald, so bear with me.
And just like and subscribe to our channels.
Yeah, that's if you can do that, we appreciate it. Keep the love going. So,
what does mukbang mean, Kristen?
I don't know. I saw that.
Kristen, you just can't put that in there and don't give us the explanation. Come on. Google that and copy it and put it in there so that we know what it is.
Yeah, that's just like swearing at someone and running away. Okay.
I've never done that.
No, I'm standing up to my words.
Okay. Would love a reading for what I need to do to upkeep my work organizing processes, please.
Oh. Hey, Betsy, how are you?
Is Medium Betsy Palmer here? Hello.
Yes, she is, right here.
She's work lurking. Hi, Betsy.
Hi. Wonderful to have you here.
Yes.
Here's the answer. It's when you eat.
Good. How do you feel about that word, Calla Lizzie? You could come on my channel and we could
Mukbang. Oh, it's actually
mukbang.
Kristen who said it.
Well, I know, but Calla Lizzie's the one that's really upset because she doesn't have a snack. I mean, yeah, you know, if you're on your phone or your mobile device, carry us with you into the pantry.
Yeah.
You know, I'll keep in my own lane. See, I can't, you know, I can't even get mukbang as a YouTube thing where people get huge amounts of food. Ew.
Oh, no.
Oh, Kristen. Oh, we've driven Kristen Louise away. She starts this. She has a meeting. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
at 7.
Have a good meeting.
Yes. Thank you, Kristen. Come on back. We'll be here for another 18 hours.
Yes. Oh, and please tell me in these mukbang videos, people do not chew loudly. I cannot handle that. I hate that. You're not chewing loudly, Amy. I'm just like, I know people who it's like, I can't be in the same room with them. It's like, oh my gosh.
It's like you have to excuse yourself, take your plate or bowl, and go into another room so you can eat.
Yes, or I have to put earpieces in. Okay, so love a reading for what I need to do to upkeep my work organizing processes.
You go first, Gerald. You are the guest.
Okay. Thank you. Here's the current state. Here's the state it needs to be. And this is what you need to get there. Okay, so your current state is the King of Pentacles. It feels very much like you know you need to do it. You have to do it. It feels you're setting up some structures, and these structures are they're in your mind. If you have not, my suggestion is if you haven't figured out, you haven't put together the workflow, what goes where, and the manual, that may actually help you when you're tired and you're trying to do it. But the current state of things is you need to keep this organized because it's a new level of work. Yeah. The current state of it is you're dreaming a little much about what it could be and trying to make it all that even before you get done with the first round of it. So this is a card for me. It's being caught up in the what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? It could be different, dreaming about it, hiring a team of people to take care of it for you. And what you're doing is you're not doing any of it. You're just dreaming. Now I'm going to go off the rail here a little bit. And underneath that is the support for making this better is to chunk it down into 3 small things that you need to do at a time and try to enjoy it and develop a rapport and a relationship with it. So it's something that you can get satisfaction when it's finished. And I like how this is a 3, so it's not a lot all at once. Do it in a small do it in small chunks. Yeah. Do it in small chunks. Now, where it needs to be is it needs to be in that idea of a 6 of Pentacles, and I like this card for where it needs to be is it needs to set up so it supports you, and it needs minimal amount of support from you to be able to give you what you need. You have a client's file. As soon as you're done with it, you put it away. So when that client is coming in and you know exactly where to go. This feels everything has its place and everything needs to be in its place. You don't know where all of those places are quite yet. But once it's in the place, then put things away. don't leave the day until everything is back in its place, because then that way, when you show up the next day, you're not cleaning up yesterday's mess. And I remember, I think it was Joseph Cornell, the artist. Are you familiar with Joseph Cornell? A collage artist. He did assemblage art, where he would collect lots of knickknacks and put things together, and they were three-dimensional. And he always ended his day, I mean, he had boxes and boxes of stuff labeled very nicely: bird feathers, thread spools, buttons, blue buttons, and he had everything labeled. And then when he was done working for the day, Amy, he would actually put everything away. And he would clear off his table so that when he came in, he was ready to start new.
Yeah.
So set the system up. And by the way, dear Jen,
yeah,
this can adjust along the way. The process, you're doing the King of Pentacles all over it. This is how it has to be. Well, make one thing solid, see how it works, and then adjust. I think kings are the ones who they can keep their eyes on the prize, not getting too. They can continue to have true north, and they also need to adjust periodically.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, when you get that done, celebrate a little bit. After you get this, okay, here's the routine. Celebrate those little structures. This is the 9, which is during the week, putting the stuff away. There you go. Oh, 5-cent tarot. Yeah, I could see that. Yes, that's exactly right. Joseph Cornell. So, Jen, I hope that makes any sense. Okay. I took a lot more from that than just the excellent. You are very welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
I don't feel I can follow up on a reading like that because there's so much of, well, no, it's we're not like combating here for readings.
No.
You gave the message, you gave the message to her. I can randomly I'll pull one card.
Yeah. Underneath the King of
there's
Pentacles
that card.
Was the 4 of Wands. Try to this might sound trite, but try to be joyful in the act that you can set up these processes. Have some joy. Oh, and it's a 4, so it's good boundaries. It's a solid foundation. It's a king, all about foundations. So, and set it up so it inspires you to do it.
Alrighty. Well, I got the card. Oh, let me see here. So you can see this really quick. Kind of hard not to.
Yeah.
So Jen, I just pulled one card, and I said I wouldn't bring out astrology, but can't help it. I got the Knight of Wands, you Sagittarius, you. So let me take this here. So I think this is sort of the energy that you're feeling right now when it comes to, you want to get things done. You're a fire sign. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. You want to keep going. There's something that I feel that you need to cool down your heels. You need to listen and take some guidance in the cards that Gerald pulled for you, so you can put directions. You got the Pentacles. You got got some cups in there. Okay, so there's everything emotional, everything that's grounding there. That's the force. Those are the influences you need to bring into putting organization. This is fine. This is movement.
Mm-hmm.
But what we get here with Gerald's reading is we need to contain it. We need to put it in an order. And I say that with a lot of fire signs, when there's a lot of energy moving around and they can't really pull things together. If I get a card that emphasizes that energy, we need to change it. We need to slow it down.
Yes.
And it is ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about, space, Utilize that space. Okay. It's there to be filled. It's there to be used. Don't leave that space open and not
Mm-hmm.
do anything with it. You have that opportunity to organize, put things in order, start putting a direction as to, what is most important, what is the priority. When you go into your office space, um, look in, you'll probably get overwhelmed. You go, oh my God, look, stop that and just let the mind
Yep.
ask yourself, what do I need to do first? What is
Mm-hmm.
the most important thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you follow that pattern, one thing, once you complete that task, that fiery energy wants to keep moving. It's like, wow, I did this. Let's move over to this. Put everything in a pile. It could be organized chaos. Put everything in a pile and then start working at it. Because I think if you
Yes.
see everything that's all chaotic, you don't know where to go. So you have to start from a place where
Yes.
you start compartmentalizing
Mm-hmm.
the mess so that you
Yeah.
can start putting some order into it.
And Jen said that was the perfect card, Amy, the Sagittarius with an ADHD brain. And I think yeah, and I also have some of the attention stuff. I think one of the great things is to see it as a gift rather than a struggle. I have this ability to focus on something for 20 minutes of time. Boom. Then you maximize that 20 minutes of time. You get in that, was that the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard or something like that? You get in that, you go full force. And
Yeah.
then when you're done, then you can make yourself a cup of coffee.
You have to do the work. And like
Yes.
the three of was it the three of cups, or
Three of Cups. Mm-hmm.
then you could celebrate. You got to do the
Yes.
work. I'm the kind of
Mm-hmm.
person that I don't like to play first and then work. I want to work, get the job done, and then relax
Mm-hmm.
in the celebratory way, whatever way that is.
Yeah.
So
And me, I'm so, I'd rather have fun while I work. And sometimes I focus on the fun instead of getting the work done.
hmm,
But
I can help you with that. But you may not like it because I'm just, when I get focused on something, I just kind
mm-hmm.
of goes off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Ooh, that was a fun reading. Thank you.
yes, thank you,
Great
Jen.
question.
Jen,
Thank
how
you.
are you? And also, I know we have a spring coming up very soon for you. So um, type a quick note and let us know how you're doing. I know it's been a while.
Ah,
Julianne, thank you for coming in as well.
hi, Julianne. And Spirit Whisperer Sheila is here. Hello, Sheila.
Hi, welcome. And let's see here. My actual office is beautiful and inspiring. It's my filing room that looks like what you described. Okay.
Well, then I would say put something in that filing room that is beautiful and inspiring.
Mhm.
Create a little surface for that. So,
You want to keep that energy going, the
yes.
inspiration. One thing leads to
Hmm.
another.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Uh, Cal Lizzie.
That's
Lizzie.
that Liz, that's a great one. I love that.
Uh, you're so welcome, Jen. Thank you
Yeah.
from both of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Gerald, you're the person to do this for me.
I can seriously tease you if you want.
To a certain extent.
Yes.
Maybe not in front of the people that we have here right
I
now.
would never do that with
No
I will
calling
tease
out.
you, but you'll tease me back.
I
So,
know. That's
and
just how it works.
I know it's beautiful that way. It's beautiful that way.
Let's see here. Oh,
Oh
excellent.
goodness.
7 weeks.
Mm,
Well, I think since you're feeling better, when you take time away and you're healing from an illness or whatnot, you have this energy, this renewed energy, and you're like, you're ready to go. You're ready to start tackling things, but also, pace that energy at the same time. Jen, you got to share a video when you have a moment of your new office space when you feel it's ready. If you feel inclined, if not, of course, it's not necessary.
Did you see Beth?
Okay.
Me?
Moi?
Moi? Somebody else want a reading?
Yes.
We're on fire.
Yeah.
We're
I think people don't know that we're being serious.
Oh,
We
yes.
are.
We are.
We are. We're going to be here for 17 and a half more
Yes,
hours.
we have 17 and a half more hours. I wonder how long can you go on a live stream in StreamYard?
Well, I just spat again. I think
you missed me. Oh, I should have done that with
flavored.
gross. Let me clean off my glasses.
Oh God, don't sneeze, all right? Because then I'm gonna have to move. You remember when? Okay, I got to go on a quick tangent. You remember many, probably 10 years ago, when Bush was doing a news conference and there was that shoe thrower?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? And he missed twice. It's like, wow, look at that guy. He knows how to dodge.
God.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Please type your questions in capital letters with emojis. This is for entertainment purposes only. We do not answer questions about legal or medical or financial issues. No third-party readings. Thank you. I'm just like going woo. But this is fun. This is a great way to. I believe it's for Jen to start a Monday and for us to end a Sunday.
Yes. Well, we get an extra day.
Yeah.
Let me pull, if I may, with your permission. Okay. I started something else.
Didn't catch the other one, or maybe I'm revising history. People revise history.
Someone look on YouTube and see if he caught the shoe. I don't think he did.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Joe.
Hi, how are you?
It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in.
Yes.
Joe is in London, so it's midnight.
All right. Thank you for keeping us company. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay. So what I was going to ask is, let me just pull a card. Let's just do a reading. And we are doing readings, everyone who's watching. So please, he didn't catch the second shoe. Okay.
And Callie Lizzie said, I'll take a reading and be very serious.
Okay.
And Julianne, by the way, I'm looking down because I am looking at my phone.
Okay.
And Julianne Victoria wants one.
Okay.
I love it.
I
love doing readings. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
Especially with this deck. Seriously, it's a good deck.
The giggle deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, and she's even looking at a deck right there, a card right there.
Which one is it? Oh, the Fool. It's the Fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to look at it.
Because every time I pull the Fool now, I'm going to have to do this. Oh. And I do. That's exactly how I do readings at home. Yes, it's exactly right.
Shri P. Did you get it? Did we get what?
I don't know.
And Wiki would like to.
They said they donated.
Oh, okay.
Couple up. And then Wiki
likes to make you happy, Gerald.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Excellent.
That's almost as good as liking and subscribing to our channel to show your support.
Let's see here.
I am going to have to find my thumbs up one and just do that. And yes, I will paint the nails on the thumbs up one.
All right. I did get it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shri
Yay.
P, I think. So let's go ahead and do this in order. So for those who are coming in, we're taking turns unless there's a request that you would like for either Gerald to do a reading or myself to do a reading. But if not, we'll just take turns unless someone states otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I don't do any third party questions. Those are questions asking about someone else. I don't do anything predictive regarding, am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? Anyone can get whatever they want. It's just you got to put that work and effort to make it happen. It may take longer.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't happen quite the way that you want it, but there's a lesson still to learn from it. So,
Yes.
Gerald, I don't know if you have any disclaimers or you just take it all and
Well, don't spread that rumor. Um, I don't like to do financial, political, or health readings, and I am similar to you, where if somebody is asking a question that's a third party, I like to rephrase it so
Mhm.
it's more about the person asking the question, and less. I'm not comfortable with doing readings asking about someone who is not present.
Yes, yes.
So,
Because there's not the
but
consent of the person being there. So
yes,
you're being invasive in someone's space
and
who's not
yeah.
there. It's kind of prying. So
Hmm.
um, that's the place that we come from, Gerald and I,
Hmm.
for those kinds of readings. Okay. I can someone help us keep track of the order of people who are requesting because we're doing this on StreamYard. I should be watching this on YouTube, um, so I can see uh, those questions coming in. Hang on one second. Can one of the moderators tell me who is next?
Do we want to do
I,
Shri P first since they
sure.
donated?
Yes.
And
Yes.
at the bottom of the chat, they have asked their question.
Okay. Thank you for catching that. Okay, what my boyfriend feels for me and what is our relationship heading. Okay, so Shri P, that's exactly what I was saying for me when asking about how someone feels about you.
Hmm.
Um, in situations like that, I don't want to negate doing the reading for the person. But what I want to do is let's just focus on the relationship. What's going on? Um,
And also what you bring to the relationship and what supports you
mhm.
in this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's all about you, and this is what I like to emphasize with people who ask questions like that. Let's focus more on what you can do um, about about this situation and how you feel
Hmm.
about it. And so, what I'll do, Shri, is just do a guidance reading and just see where things need to go. Okay, if there's going to be any changes. Okay, thank you. And I have to state that first if you're okay in doing that because I don't want to go ahead and do a reading and it's not uh, without your consent. So I want you to feel comfortable with that. Okay. So, okay, thank you, Julianne, for keeping track. So we've got Cal Lizzie, then Julianne after Shri P.
Hmm.
Okay, here we go. Again, we're working with the Pulp Tarot RWS inspired deck.
Hmm.
Those who are watching.
Yep.
So when I did readings with this deck last week, I was pulling a lot from just even one card, but I will pull some extra cards if I feel called to it. But the messages that I was getting, the guidance I was getting from one card was very strong. So let's see what I got here.
Hmm.
King of Wands. Okay. All right, Shripi, I have here the King of Wands. Okay. King of Wands, astrologically, does lend itself to be in the sign of Leo. So we're looking at very strong, courageous, fiery energy here. And
Mm-hmm.
what I'm feeling here regarding your inquiry is there is an issue of some taking charge. There may be someone who has too much power, too much strength. It can be overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
And this could be either your partner, person you're interested, or it could be you. I'm feeling more because it is showing the masculine side. There's a very strong energy that's coming in, and I feel that this could potentially be a challenge for you because it feels like it's overwhelming. It's taking too much. Um, it's taking too much of your energy of where you want. This person requires a lot of attention. This person wants to be catered to, but also has a sensitive heart. Okay, and
Mm.
this is with the King of Wands. I'm going to pull another card because I need to follow up. I'm going to pull from the bottom. Ah, interesting. I got Six of Cups. Um,
Oh,
is this person a friend? There, I when I get this card, automatically I start thinking of someone who you're very close to, someone that is almost like a friend, someone that knows you very well. Okay. And we're trying to, because now where you are in this situation is there's something needs to be here. I got to change the screen. I'm sorry, Gerald.
no, it's fine.
Let's
It's
see.
fine.
Oh, I'm trying to swipe. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Okay. So what we have here is there's a maturity level that took place in this friendship, in this relationship, and I'm feeling it's taking charge. It's taking too much of this relationship. It's like too much of one person, not enough of another. And so I feel that here, Shripi, that we need to have a little bit more of an understanding about what's going on. It's this is very sensitive for you. Um, you're feeling this need that you want to have this nice connection, this wonderful friendship with this person, but this person is sort of thinking more of themselves and not incorporating the other person into this situation. So I feel it's very important that you communicate clearly the different feelings, the different emotions that you're experiencing with this. I feel something is missing because this energy is so strong,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not getting what you need out of this. Uh, I keep feeling friendship, um, and this needs to be worked on. I feel quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm feeling with just these two cards here. Okay, I'm gonna.
And I pulled some cards as well, and so I actually got the Knight of Swords initially. So perhaps there is a suggestion of the desire to have the knight in shining armor come in and swoop in and rescue you. Uh, that's a possibility. Or things. I have to look at the card at the bottom of that. It suggests that it is not moving as quickly as you were hoping things were, relationship wise for you in your mind. I then got the moon card, which is the card. I love the idea of moonlight walks, but also when you look at this card, there's this. We have howling at the moon. We have, for some people who don't like animal heads on bodies, this idea of um, reaching in and letting our feelings out under the light of the moon. And there are the things that are hidden this also suggests to me things may not be exactly how you see them for yourself. You need to get a clearer picture. Then we have the Death card, which is a card it's about transformation. It's not physical death, but in this, it's all of the horror movies and all of the drama around the idea of death. He's slow. And with Amy's card, the Six of Cups, it was the Six of Cups, Amy? I think it was the Six of Cups. There's the need for, nostalgia and remembering things. So the idea of I'm slowing things down and letting things grow appropriately, because the last card that I have is the Three of Wands, which is the card about long-term planning. And this is long-term planning for you, not the relationships. What do you want when you take the people out of it? Not this person, but what are your hopes and goals? Don't put anything, girl, please do not put things on hold, waiting for someone to swoop in, because that's not going to help. Keep your planning and your moving forward. It feels very much like it could be in a don't be in a vacuum with it. Keep moving for yourself. Keep focusing on what you would like to have happen. So that's what I have for you.
Okay. So there is some energy that needs to be contend with, and this is common that we see when people are asking about a significant other. There's something missing, and we need to address those issues.
I like how we both got a court card. You got the King of Wands, and I got the Knight of Swords. So I believe you are correct about there's this, the king is, I am this way. The knight is swashbuckling and charming and romantic and, doing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say, don't put your life on pause waiting for somebody to show up when they may not do that?
Yeah. Shripi, we have to remember when it comes to a relationship is just that. It's a friend of mine said this many, many years ago. It can't be one way, it has to be both ways. It has to be moving in the same direction. You may have different views, but at least you're going hopefully on the same path. And that's what I was saying. We need to start communicating. And that's why I was feeling with the Six of Cups, some sort of friendship. There's something I feel very strongly about a friendship in this. Like the friendship is really important, whether there is a friendship already. But I think when you have a relationship, it's always best to build up from a friendship and go from there.
I would agree with you. I always say relationships are 100% on each side, because they're not 50-50, because no, that doesn't work out. You have to give 100% of what you can at all times. And that makes a beautiful relationship.
You're welcome, Shri P. One other thing I do mention when I do relationship readings, and if it does show up in a reading, is everything sort of has to be equal, but what happens is I use something that I call 60-40. There is in a relationship someone who does have to take that stance. They do have to take that extra 10% stance to take charge or take control of a situation. The other person has to back down. And what happens is, to get to that balance, that person who is the 40%, they have to give 10%. And that person gets to 50, and that 60% drops down to 10. I hope this makes sense. It makes sense to me. You drop down to that 50%, and then it becomes equal. So in other words, you have to give a little and take a little. You have to sacrifice some and whatnot to get that balance. There's always that give and take. So I know that
Yeah.
makes sense enough, but anyhow, yeah.
Yeah. I do this, and then I have on the other side of this, do not make decisions based on anything we say. Seek professional assistance.
Yes.
Really. And then you have to thwart the fan. There you go. There you go. I do hope that Todd Alcott would be willing to come on live with us. Dick Jaguar.
I think he will.
So.
I think he will. I think he will. Okay, so
Calla
Shri,
Lizzie is
thank you
next.
so much. Thank you for the kind donation, and feel free to stick around. We have some wonderful people here in the chat, so feel free to communicate, introduce yourself to others. We have moderators, so they are careful of who comes in. So feel free to stick around.
And we'll probably have a few more laughs. I mean, we've got, what, are we at 16 and a half hours
Oh,
left?
yeah.
You know?
Bathroom break will come in at some point. But.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Cal Lizzie. You want to do Cal Lizzie?
Sure.
Okay.
I was posting in as if there was a specific question. And Wiki has been me. Okay.
Okay, got
Yep,
it.
I got that. I'm also writing them down too. So this is wonderful. All of these beautiful moderators, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And thank you for everybody watching back. I like to think, sometimes I watch lives back when they do readings because it's great for me to be able to hear the messages that are gifted to other people, because sometimes I get the tingle on the back of my head that says, pay attention to this, Gerald, because this is a message that would be helpful for you to hear as well.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah. Especially when I get repeater cards. When I do lives and I get cards coming up again for someone different, when I do readings, I'm like, okay, I'll watch out for that card. It's something that I may need to, be mindful of.
Calla Lizzie put in a couple of things. I don't know if I can do this one. My daughter has passed. I'd like to know how she's doing. And then her birthday was recently, and I never know if I'm too close to it to read myself.
Mm-hmm. Lizzie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I would like to read on this. I
Please.
feel very drawn to. So it's been many years, but okay, the point is it's been many years, but that doesn't always make it any easier.
Yeah.
It's one of those important things. The depth of our love for someone and the depth of our grief and our grieving is never understood by anyone else.
Yeah.
And every experience is different. Okay, I'm going to, it's really hot. It's not that my eyes are watering or anything like that. No, I just don't want others to feel bad about it. Oh, no. Okay. So let's see what we got.
Do you want me to leave the question up, Gerald, or just take it down?
Nope. You can leave. You can take it down.
Okay.
And hang out too, and jump in as well, because I'm actually, what's very interesting is I got the Three of Pentacles. I like this card, especially this depiction, because the Three of Pentacles is about really, it's about taking the next, planning things and getting better at it and understanding how they work. It's a different type of mastery, and threes are solid. So for me, Calla Lizzie, I think she's okay. It feels that way. It feels like she's looking at something perhaps for, I don't know, a next opportunity. Don't know if you believe in reincarnation, but perhaps things are, no, just own it, Gerald. Things are okay. She's working on things. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, these are both pentacles. So physically taking care of yourself, and the Knight of Pentacles. This one is a slow and steady. I think how she's doing is very much, she's plodding along in the way that is appropriate for her. And by the way, I would also say it is, you are moving along in the way that's appropriate for you also. The card that I also have for the end here is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is the mastery of the emotions, healing, intuition, and the King is one who shows you things, and perhaps the fact that when the birthday comes up, you still get this strong these strong feels. I want just say it's okay. It's okay. If as long as it is not taking you away from those who are around you, it's the depth of who you are. I'm hoping this is making some sense. Pop something in to let me know. Oh yeah, I was a mess last week. Honor that being a mess. Honor that. I have a very good friend whose son committed suicide, and periodically she would really struggle with how things were going, and her emotions were she would share her emotions, and I would listen. And what I noticed is several years later, her emotions were still deep, but they wouldn't spiral her out of control because she was sitting with them. She was honoring them. She was inviting them in, sitting them down, having a cup of coffee with them, and then allowing them to move on. Turning into a mess right now. I'm sorry, I don't need to turn you into a mess. The other thing is that, you know, something to remember is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, it's a card about feeling left out and asking for help, but it's also a card of offering help. It can be an equal exchange. Have you told somebody other than us, and thank you, and I am sending you a whole lot of love. It's okay to ask for some help. And this is that time, Lizzie, where it's that I isolate myself. Okay, the suggestion might be then to reach out to somebody and say, I need somebody to talk to, online, in person, over a cup of coffee, texting back and forth, write yourself a letter, and you've had your head shrunk a few times over the years. Well, you know, for entertainment purposes only, but if you need somebody to talk to, I think the smartest people, no, I know the most intelligent people know when they need some assistance.
Yeah, I agree.
And asking for help takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage. It's hugely vulnerable. So, wow. But you know, and I want to say, as far as how your daughter's doing, she's okay. I mean, if I were to channel her or something like that, she's like, Mom, chill out. I got this, you know, stop worrying. You know, it's like, chill, Mom. I know what I'm doing. And I don't know whether or not she does know what she's doing, but yeah, she does. But so I'll stop. I'm rambling now. I'm supercharged, and I'm like,
no. You're being intuitive. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so you're feeling that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to say it because Lizzie brought up the passing of her daughter. And what I'm going to say please no comments or anything. It's all good. Yesterday was the anniversary of my mom's passing, and it was a very interesting day for me. And it brought up a lot of feelings. This is 27 years that she passed. And I still cry because I miss her.
Yes.
You know, and this year in particular was very, and I got to wrap this up. This year of her passing was very unique because I'm the age now that she was when she passed away.
Understood.
And I was just thinking, what's going to happen to me yesterday when she passed away? Am I going to live to the next day? I'm just, you know,
of course,
stuff out, you know. And I kept it very somber yesterday. I got home from work. I was feeling very tired. I was feeling kind of down, and I think it was just because of that. But my point in saying all of this is that it could be many, many decades, or as short as a few days, weeks. This process of healing, grieving, is nonstop.
yes.
And it'll come unexpectedly, whether it's on the anniversary or on the birth date, or just you're at a party and all of a sudden you just start feeling overwhelmed and you start getting these feelings that relate to the person that you were connected with.
Yes.
Let it go.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that a few times where I've had to excuse myself and take care of my feelings. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So
and it's all good, especially when we honor where it is. I think that's the thing that has been important for me to remember. I don't want to feel this way, but it's how I feel, and when I sit with it and I honor that, it is less controlling. So
yeah, it's all good. It's all good, Cal Lizzie.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So who is next on our list?
Julianne Victoria.
Okay. So Julianne, I will do your reading, but you know what? Did you put down your question? I don't know if you did. Let me go ahead. Well, I'm going to read here. Julianne, go ahead and post your question. And I'm sorry, I'm missing a few comments here. I'm just going to bring this up, Karen.
Guidance, what's up for September, Julianne says.
Okay, you got it. Let me just address this very quickly. To feel bad and guilt. He asked me just to think of him. Okay. You got the message right there.
Yeah.
We have to honor whatever someone's last words, whether it's written or in last breath or spoken. So and of course, I really feel that no one wants to see us who's passed on to be in a very unhappy state. That doesn't serve their purpose, even though they're not here physically. They want us to see good. So Karen, thank you for sharing that, and I am sorry.
Yes. Thank you, Karen.
Okay, guidance and what's up for September with a Z.
I saw that. I was upset. It's like, ooh.
Okay. Yes, we are in September.
I know.
I was a year ago. I was in Joann's, the craft store, and I was in the Halloween section. And there's this young Gothic lady who was buying. Her cart was filled with Halloween stuff. And I go, "You're in the spirit." She goes, "Yeah. My favorite times of the year are the years that are the months that end with the BER." So September all the way to December.
Yes.
And I thought that was pretty cute.
Yes.
Okay, so I just mentioned that just because she was kind of sassy.
I love that.
With that. Alrighty. All right, let's see here. Sorry for the silence. You're busy, Julianne. You're really busy. Okay. So busy that I have to pull 3 cards. Ooh. Yes, interesting. Okay. First card I got here for you, Julianne. I got here the world.
Mm-hmm.
And here, let me take this off and I'll, as Gerald says, embiggen me. There you go. So, Julianne, we got the world here. Last part of the journey. So things are tying up. Things are you're going through this whole process, and I almost want to say the world is your oyster, because I know there's been a lot of shifts going on for you, but shifts where things are progressing, and you've been really focusing that energy in that direction. And so here you're starting to feel the crest. You're starting to feel that things are coming together. Okay. You know, the world is ruled through the planet Saturn. So, Saturn, we have, again, the discipline, the structure. You have been really kicking butt on what you've been working on, and you've been really focused. It's no distractions. You can't have anything like that happening. That's where you are right now. Okay. So things are, they're winding up. There's still some more things that need to be completed, but you're starting to see the full picture, if you will. You're starting to see how things are developing, and you've moved everything in the right direction. Okay. So here, that's where you are. These other 2 cards are starting to show some different perspectives. Okay. I'm going to show you both of these cards because they're in succession. I have the 8 and 9 of Swords. Okay. So here with these 2 cards, I want to pull these 2 cards together because they are one leading into the other. There is some challenges, and I think the last time I did a reading for you, I think I pulled a sword, or I think it was I'm trying to remember what card it was. It was a sword. I think it was possibly the 8 of Swords, where you were going to possibly have some conflict of some sort. Something is still happening with this, okay? Because I'm getting the similar cards again, okay? So we need to really focus on some things that are happening. There's something that's challenging you, and it's something that's not letting you go. Okay. This is something that I feel could be posed upon yourself, that maybe you're putting uh, too much thought into everything, and it's getting to a point, even though we have this here, we're reaching that apex. I think now, when it comes to the next steps of doing this, I think there's a sense of feeling overwhelmed, because when you're working very hard to complete something or to get to a certain point and you stop, you have to start seeing things as it is. And then where are we going to go with this? With these 2 cards that I have here, Julianne, I'm getting a sense of feeling just overwhelmed. Okay. And it's very strong here. So be mindful of this. Okay. Let's ease up on anything that's overtaxing the mind. I'm feeling that there's been a lot of choices that you've been having to make, and you're pretty much holding that on you. So if there is another party involved, ask them to help you to kind of not get stuck in this realm. Okay. I'm not saying you're stuck, but I feel that you are aware of what's happening. Okay. And so just let's see what can be done to ease up that energy. Stop, just maybe remove yourself from what you're working on, okay, for a minute. And okay, I just saw you said that you're feeling a bit stressed. When there's a lot of things that you're working on, and especially if you have a deadline, which I feel that maybe there is, you need to take care of that. Okay. So you've liked the process, you've enjoyed this journey, you've gotten to where you want to be, but we need to acknowledge this. So address these things, these issues. It doesn't mean that there's going to be 8 or 9 of these, but if it's not taken care of or managed, it's going to build up, and it's going to cause maybe some misdirection on where you need to go next. Okay, so let's just slow down the process and of how we are seeing things and the choices that we need to make, so that you don't burn out here mentally. Okay, so we have that fiery energy. I know you're Leo and you have other fire in you. We get that energy going and we keep going with it. But at some point, we do get that burnout. So let's just hold back on that. Okay, and I got to show these cards again because I feel it's somewhat important. Okay, so just ease back. Just ease back with what's going on right now. Take a breather. We're in the month of Virgo. Okay, so. Take things a little bit more in a practical sense instead of doing everything at once, and you'll be fine. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I'm going to add Gerald back in. There's Gerald.
Keep yourself there. I'm going to be
Yes.
fairly quick because I pulled some cards for you also.
Okay.
And hold on to your money. Things are, I like this because I I don't know about you, Amy, but watching television in the 70s, I thought quicksand would be a much bigger problem in my life than it really is. So it
uh,
feels like things are sinking, money is going out, you're working on plugging it up. However, what's coming around the corner is this new energy charge and this new inspiration. Um, then we have the Queen of Wands,
ooh.
who is all that. She knows it, and she is going to do whatever she wants, and she's going to be successful at it. So when these things, this is a younger version of the Queen, it feels like.
Mhm.
So this is whatever is going on. I feel like it's a new environment of some sort. Something rearranging is going on. And once you start with this, and then you have this experience, you can then start to plan and dream big things that you can, because this Queen, we all know this Queen is going to make this happen. So
Wow.
that's what it feels like. It's like, boom, there you go.
Wow. That's excellent.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You got it, Julianne. Keep it going. Keep the energy going. But, when it comes to the whole process of the creative process and the building process and the completion of everything,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, you have to honor yourself. Yes. And
Yes.
there'll be that next step. There'll be that new infusion of energy that you get. But
Mm-hmm.
we have to, take that moment. But you're
You're
already
welcome.
there.
Yeah,
You are
you're welcome,
already there.
Julianne. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I saw that, Julianne. Um, so
Mm,
it's the benefit, you know.
yeah,
Work hard. Okay.
most will
All
be
right.
done this month. Yay, Julianne. That's
Can't
great.
look forward to catching up with you too. Hopefully you can send us an update. We miss
And
you.
and I believe Wiki is next.
Okay.
And I have Wiki, Karen Lewis, me, walking in her power, and then CG Luna donated.
Okay.
Do we move CG up first?
Yes, because of the donation.
Yep, we're doing that.
Okay.
Donation next. Thanks, Wiki. By the way, Kala, here you go. You don't see anything.
Oh, it's a little hiccupy. What is it flavored? Is it vanilla or lemon?
It's vanilla. No, it's lemon. It's lemon.
It is. Okay.
So I got hiccupy there when I was doing that.
So, SG Luna, your question.
Was there?
I don't think.
I'm trying to scroll to see.
Okay, so. I'll close. That's between you guys. That's between. Be nice.
Oh, that is nice. Yeah. Oh, this is your channel. Yes, you're right. I will refrain.
He is my guest, so.
Yes, so I have to be on my best behavior.
It's all good.
Yes.
Let's see.
This is so fun. Thank you. You're right. I needed this as well, and I hope everybody who is watching needed this.
Yes. Okay, so insights for September. All right, here we go.
Insights for okay.
Yes, because we are in our last few months of the year, so everyone is starting to hunker down and see what's the last few years or few months. Sorry, a few years.
A few years. Let's hope they don't feel like that.
I know. That's probably why I said what I said. Okay, SG Luna. Who's the reading after Luna?
Wiki.
Okay, so you do Wiki. Okay.
Oh, can I help with this one too?
Yeah. Let me read first, though.
Of course.
I'm itching.
I love it. She's itching people.
The Pulp Tarot. You know what? You should make a fan for the Pulp Tarot. I mean, look at the cards you have to play with.
Yes.
I'm surprised you haven't thought about it.
Well,
Between you and Sawang. I think you can do it. I know you can. Okay, think about it.
Maybe Todd Alcott could make one. He could commission them.
You make one.
Well, I don't want to ruin my cards.
Buy another deck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's the
really helpful, isn't she? Here, while you read, I'll buy another copy of the.
Okay, yeah, do it.
Pulp Tarot. Wow.
Okay, let me get these cards out. Okay, SG Luna, let's see what we have here for you in September. Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Wow.
Okay, 3 cards fell out. So let's just, well, okay. And they're all of different elements. So we have air, earth, and fire. So no water here. First card I have here for you, SG Luna. 9 of Pentacles. Vampy, vampy. Okay. So with the 9 of Pentacles, I'm going to move here. Okay. I'm going to remove for a second. Hang in there. Okay, so here with our 9 of Pentacles, Luna, we are seeing very similar to the World card, but different energy. We're seeing that there's been a focus on investing, improving, betterment of something. This could be of yourself, betterment of yourself regarding health, something that is of great value for you. You've seen the results. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles is the culmination of all the work, all the choices, all the right moves that you made. We're starting to see the results. We're seeing this. And people are acknowledging in the sense that they're recognizing your efforts. Okay. And you're making sure that they see the work that you've done. Okay. This is a moment of accomplishments, and taking this moment to just look and see what has been accomplished, what has been completed. Okay. You worked very hard to get to this point. Okay. And you're very proud. Okay. This Pentacles is dealing again with investments. It can be material. It could be a project that you're working on. It could also be a relationship, the amount of time and effort you put into it. Pentacles can also relate to relationships, but more of the work that you put into it. Cups are associated with emotions that can come in for relationships as well. The other card that I got here for you, the swords keep coming up here. This deck, the few times that I have read, either for myself or last week, swords seems to pop up quite a bit with this deck. So we're looking at the conflict of the mind, surrounding ourselves with fear. We're kind of concerned about what's going to happen potentially next. Okay, when you have a level of success and accomplishment like this, you have a sense of confidence. Okay, because you did achieve something, but we have to watch out for the mental side of what we've done. What happens next? Don't put so many questions as to what's going to happen next. What do I need to do? This may not work. What happens if I did this? The more you question a situation, I'm not saying that you're going to do this, the more these swords represent the actions of the mind. These keep building up, and you start surrounding yourself in that. We have the full moon in the background, which I like because the full moon, and it's shining here, it reveals, it opens up the situation. It's telling you that you need to face this way of thinking or these actions that may be surrounding you. You have to take care of it. And you have to start removing that way of thinking. Okay. And interesting enough, with what Gerald pulled, out of those 3 cards that fell out, I had the Queen of Wands. So we are looking at someone, these two work together. Okay. We have feminine energy, but I want you to look at the stance. We have someone who is confident, but also comfortable with where how they've used their energy. The Queen of Wands is also someone of influence, someone that people look to. They see what has been manifested, and the Queen of Wands can sometimes represent a person that other people see, and they're like, if she can do it, I can do it. Queen of Wands is Aries energy. It's a leader. It's someone who has taken charge and control, but is comfortable with that energy. You could see here how the wand is just sort of loosely tucked under her arm, or in the crook of her arm. She's relaxed with it. She knows how to work with that energy and how to use it to create this kind of accomplishments. And confidence. Confidence comes with the Queen of Wands as well. You have Aries rising. Excellent. So the Queen of Wands is probably a card, the energy that you can relate to quite a bit. But just watch here for the Eight of Swords. Okay, this is air energy, so we have to, if we are questioning ourselves, let's just be a little bit more realistic about where we're going to be placing our choices. Okay, so we can continue this kind of completion, this kind of what is it? This kind of confidence. That's what I'm looking for, so that we can continue it into other things that we work towards. So you have a lot of fire in you, Luna. Leo, Aries. Yeah, it's working with those energies and how to work and but utilize it, manage it in a very direct way. Sorry, that went on long, but like I said, if I get cards and it's just coming out, I'm just gonna.
I love that. That's one of the things that I appreciate about you.
So what did you get?
I pulled 4 cards, one for each month. So September, it's about the Queen of Pentacles, making sure your house is in order, making sure that the money, you know where the money is going. I love how she's holding that out and proving to the world, I have got this. Do not try to mess with me. So it's taking care of that. And then for October, we have the High Priestess, where you are spending time doing some of your inner work and developing your sense of your full divinity. I think you said something about leveling up. I think that could be in October, where you go, oh yeah, I am a powerful person, and enjoy the power within you. Recognize it. November is the Hermit. And with the Hermit, when this comes up, it's that time of reflection to help you get things settled in so that they start to feel comfortable, not losing. It's important to remember that there is a light to see. By the way, sometimes you might actually be the light. Oh, excuse me. Hiccup. Sometimes you might be the light that you need for yourself, or you need to be the light for someone else. But November feels a bit of that. Let's go into contemplation, and it's a bit of solitude, not necessarily being alone or being lonely. It's just time to focus. And then December is the Ten of Swords. Tens are about, okay, everything is done. Now we're waiting for the next thing. So this is, take the time in December to finish up and to check the things off on your to-do list. Because the overall for the next 4 months is the Magician. I love how all of the suits are included in the Magician, and the Magician is using these tools to make amazing things happen. And it's actually a really nice card for the overall. It's also a good card with the High Priestess, because for me, the Magician has the tools. It is the High Priestess that knows how to use those tools. So those two cards together, I think, are quite lovely. So I hope that makes some sense to you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, I love that Magician. Isn't that Magician great? Oh, look, he has a handlebar mustache.
I just saw that. I was just like, I'm looking at Gerald right there.
Separated at birth.
Look at that.
So thank you, SG Luna.
Thank you. And feel free to come back, stick around. I do readings every Sunday at this point, but give or take a change in schedule. Gerald has a full schedule of readings, and we'll talk about that at some point, maybe in the break.
Yeah.
So. The episode. Let's see. Who is next?
Wiki is next.
Wiki. That's you. You are up.
And I'm looking to see if Wiki put in.
Let's see.
Wiki, trying to work more interactively with my guides. Am I connecting?
Okay. I'm going to.
Okay. All right. shuffling some cards. I believe the short answer is yes, Wiki. You are connecting with your guides, and let's get some insight on that. Pretty important cut there. You are working with your guides. This is the Seven of Pentacles. And when you think about that, oh, bye, Julianne. When you're working with this wiki, this is the card of a bit of patience, making sure it's the gardening card. Plant something and allow things to grow in their own time, and tend to them as I'm not a gardener. I do not play one on TV. Don't do any of that. But when you are working with your guides, remember it's developing a relationship and a rapport. And you can have friendships in where you connect with someone, something, a guide, and then tend to it. Don't just call on them when you need help specifically. Chat and enjoy that. It's also another 7. Oh my gosh, we have 3 7s here, which total 21, which reduces down to 3. The 7 of Wands, this idea of getting ready, charging up, making sure that you're being safe, and that's what hilarious. Exactly what I get. I get on my walk. Yeah. So the 7 of Wands is this card of, we have all of these things coming toward, but then we have these people who are somebody is needing help. Somebody is actually standing and defending. It's also very much a card of, you can do this, and don't expend too much energy before you need to. Know the timing. 7, power of spirit number. Yes, thank you, Amy. And the 7 of Cups. I love that. Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and then we end with the 7 of Cups. And I like this card because the 7 of Cups is that full opportunity, sometimes thinking about all of the things it could be. You have to be careful with all of the 7s that you don't wait too long to take action, because if all of you're doing is dreaming about things, you're not doing things. If you're saying, well, I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this, I could do this, instead say, I'm doing this, and then do it for a while. See how it goes. The card that is actually supporting all of this is the Queen of Cups. And one of the great things about the Queen of Cups for me is she knows how she feels. She has the depth of feeling for herself. She gets how she is doing. This is a nice card to have supporting you as you're working through these things, because the Queen of Cups is going to nurture you, and she's very strong and powerful. And so I hope that makes some sense to you. Or something 7, highly spiritual number. 777 is the sign of getting divine guidance. Thank you, Michelle Marie. Yeah. So I didn't notice that there were 3 7s down there. That's just incredible. Yeah. So
yeah, whenever you get those multiple numbers in a reading, you can't say enough. That's this clear message of the numeral energy playing of great importance.
And in some of my recent I've been doing some reading, and one of the things that are important about the 7 is not waiting too long before taking the appropriate action. So I think that's an important thing to keep in mind as well.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind the journey of the tarot. There's a reason why there is the aces, the 2s, all the way to the 10s. It's a journey. It's not like we're stuck from 1 to 5 and we don't move forward. There's a beginning, middle, and end. So when we go through these cards numerically, especially when multiple numbers show up, it shows the progression. It shows things that may be holding back that we need to move forward for. It's the whole thing that I'm trying to say is that we have to go through the entire journey of the tarot, from the Fool to the World, from the Wands all the way to the Pentacles, and we do that many times in our lives. Sometimes people are more in the path of the Wand energy, the Earth energy, so on and so forth, and that's where we focus that energy on. So very, very important. And if you start seeing numbers popping up like 7s,
like 777, that's
look out for that. I'm a believer of signs and omens. Don't get me started on that.
Tune in, like and subscribe, and tune in. We'll sometimes talk about signs and things like that. And what's interesting is there are no swords, which I actually think is okay in this sense, because this is because there's more cups, which is that intuition and that guidance feeling, and that the intuition and magic. If there were a lot of swords, it would probably prevent your progress because you might be overthinking it.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, there's so many different perspectives to take when it comes to a reading, and that's what makes the readings as complex as they are, because depending on your focus, like I work so much on the elements, so I add elemental energy, I add some astrology, and you get such a great in-depth reading sometimes. Numerically, if you get like a lot of numbers and stuff, so much to take into account. So it's wonderful.
Wiki just said, I'm an overthinker and impatient. Well, I am naturally an overcomplicator. I completely understand that. So without that, I know that's an important thing to keep in mind. Don't overthink it, and instead develop that relationship with your intuition, because that's a lot of times how the guides speak to us.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you just have to stop. Just take a minute. Stop the mind. If things are too much mentally, stop the heart. Well, not literally, but emotionally. Just stop, just feel yourself at that moment. Let everything kind of settle if things are kind of chaotic. That's why it's important to take a rest, to take a break. That's hard for me, but there are times that, you work so hard, you push yourself too much that your body says, you know what? I'm going to make you sick. I'm going to give you a cold so you can stop. And that's, what's the word? That is, I can't think of a word. It's self-something when you impose
self-sabotage.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah. You're subconsciously, you know you need to stop, but you do things that eventually cause you to stop, like you break your leg or something. Cal Lizzie has 7 kinds of candy in her freezer.
Okay, and here's my thing is she's given me a hard time about eating 2 dang cookies, and she has 7 kinds of candy in her freezer. Thanks. I don't have any kind of candy in my freezer.
Watch that finger.
I'm not adjusting my glasses or anything.
You're Gemini. Oh, Wiki is.
And Jeffrey says, but you've got me, when I'm talking about the candy in the freezer. But I've got Jeffrey. Jeez.
I want to say something about that, but that will be another YouTube episode.
Like and subscribe so you don't miss it, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my Gemini mind. Oh, and Michelle Marie put in there something about Vedic astrology.
Yes. There we go. There are 7 stars in the. Oh yeah. Is Julianne Victoria here, or did she leave?
I think she left.
Okay. Because I think, well, Michelle, you can answer this as well. Aren't there the 7 sisters or the 7 stars? Well, you have the 7 stars, yes. But aren't they also the 7 sisters?
Julianne Victoria said she's here.
Okay. Julianne, you remember when we were doing the Tarot of the Holy Light? We came, was it the 7 sisters? Yes, there we go, the Pleiades. I'm pronouncing that poorly.
The Pleiades?
Pleiades, yes. Yes, thank you. I just wanted to make sure that I was thinking the same.
You know, next year or at the end of this year, I'm going to be focusing on, I'm going to be drawing cards again on my topic that I'm going to focus on for 2023. Astrology will still be in there. So Michelle Marie, Julianne Victoria, because they're professional astrologers, and not you because you're not a professional astrologer, but you might be able to give me some insights and point me in a good direction if astrology is the winner for the year. So
I think it is.
And I did get the Monty Farber cards.
Oh, the
Karma cards.
Yeah.
Karma cards.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Anyhow, I'm rambling. Karen Lewis is next, and Karen, I don't remember what your question was. Karen, please pick up the white courtesy phone.
If you're still here, I know we just gonna go on, and that's the best way to
oh yeah,
to do the readings. So appreciate everyone's patience. The readings that I sometimes get can be quick. Sometimes they can just be, you know, a lot that I have to share.
In person or online presence for my business, please.
Oh, okay.
Mini Me says hi, and how does Gerald know my name? Well, hi, Mini Me.
Hi.
Here, I'll even wave at you with my tiny hand.
I can hear her giggling. How cute.
Karen says I'm coming out of retirement. So in person or online for my business, please.
All right.
Should she be in person or online?
You want to take this one first or me?
Karen, is it about you're coming out of retirement? And yeah, I don't mind taking this one.
Okay.
Just
oh, got it. If she should do her business brick and mortar.
Okay, is that correct? Business, brick and mortar, or online? When I hear I'm coming out, I think of the disco song, I'm coming out. I'm not going to sing, don't worry.
Oh, you mean by Diana Ross?
Yes. And Michelle Marie said karma cards. Yes. Monty and Amy will be on her show on the 14th. Holy crap. Okay. That's great. Duly noted. And in person, one-on-one with clients or over the internet. I don't need commercial space.
Happy early birthday, Mini Me. That's right.
Okay. Let's get a feeling of what's going on for you, Karen Lewis.
you drinking water? Are you keeping hydrated, Gerald? Yes.
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
That is water or something else?
It's mostly water. It was coffee when we started. So
Okay.
2 hours ago, it was coffee, but I have been adding, I drink 5 quarts of water a day. So
Oh, wow.
it's a natural thing. So
that's excellent.
Okay, I have the 7 of Wands, and you can keep yourself there because I'll be interested if you have any insights on this. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 7 of Swords, so there's 2 sevens. And then we have the Knight of Swords.
Swords, unbelievable.
Lots of thinking going on. And then it is overall supported. It is overall supported by the Hierophant. And this overall support, whatever you're doing, you need to make sure you understand the rules and regulations around it. And what I wish was here in the Hierophant were keys, and I don't see those. Do you see keys in that? I don't see keys in that. I always miss that.
I thought there were keys in there, but continue.
Okay, but so I'm thinking of I'm wondering if you may be trying to force this before it's actually ready, because it's or if the energy. Hang on, I'm thinking out loud. I'm processing. There's the sense of, ooh, the opportunity is knocking. Do you need to take it? Be careful of things that may not be as they may not appear as they actually are. It feels like something may be going behind, somebody swooping in. Some head honcho or somebody trying to get into your space. Gonna ground.
I was going to add something, but I want you to finish.
You're welcome to add. It may be the in-person, one-on-one with clients. You don't need commercial space. Just, I feel it is an important thing for you, Karen, is to make sure that you are pulling more cards, because I have the World, which is supporting the 7 of Wands. The opportunity is knocking. Perhaps you're needing to charge forward. The 7 of Swords is supported by the Knight of Wands. So there's a lot of energy and a lot of quick movement. About that. It really feels like you need to make sure all of the ducks in a row and that you have some clarity around what you're doing. Have that bigger picture so you can have the opportunities that are coming through. Because above all of this, we have the World, the Knight of Wands, and then the Hierophant. So 2 majors above. We have no Pentacles and we have no Cups.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of movement there.
It is a lot of movement. A lot of thinking, a lot of energy. What were you going to say? I'm curious.
I am replying here very quickly. Cal Lizzie sent a donation. Thank you. Thank you, Cal Lizzie. Can you show me the cards again? The wand.
7 of Wands.
Okay.
7 of Swords. Knight of Swords. And then the Hierophant.
Okay.
Those were the initial ones.
Okay. Let's see here. See if the cards counter it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I think you need to put a little bit of space and be a little bit more open, taking chances with this. Whenever you're starting a new business, it's a risk,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a risk in the sense that it's something exciting because we don't know what's going to come from it.
Yes.
Um, and again, when you're the fool, um, I another way I named this card is I called it the world is your oyster because anything is open to possibilities. You're
Mm-hmm.
starting a business. You have the control. You have the means um, to to direct where everything's going to go. You asked if you wanted to do if it should be in person or online. Um, I think you should do both. And I don't mean to be like half, like
No.
giving a direct
Yeah.
answer, but I think you should do both because what happens is you'll find out um, where you're getting the best response from. If you'll find if you're getting more of a response by having in-person clients or online. It could actually end up being both. Nowadays, people are doing a lot of things online, so you may get um, that energy leaning towards that simply for convenience. But I also feel that you want to be in contact with people. And here's the thing, you said you don't want a commercial space. It sounds like you may want to just work from your home or set aside an area of your house
Mm-hmm.
exclusively for clients. And again, you're starting a business. You're your own boss. You can determine who you want to have as clients. Okay, remember that everything is
Mm-hmm.
over there. Who you want to have as clients, um, when you want to work, and so I think it's if you're uncertain of something, you have to find out what it is. So I feel it's best to explore both, if it's possible.
The support card that I got for the Seven of Wands was the World. So, World into the Fool.
Yep.
And
I
Karen said, "It
agree.
makes sense to me, Gerald. I am called to share my gifts quickly. It's a spiritual calling, not a necessity for money. It's a resurrection of my calling in a new format." And I keep feeling the same, Amy, both just not clear on the balance of the two.
Mhm.
And I had a commercial space for 20 years.
I I feel that you should just simultaneously maybe start online. Okay, that's the easiest. Maybe start there, um, and see the response.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately, because there are people who have brick and mortar businesses, even though you say you don't want a commercial space, but you have that business where you can meet people face to face. I feel that maybe you should try managing both, and you'll see where your success comes in. Um, Based on the response. That's how businesses tend to run. They have to see what is
Yeah.
selling, what is how people are, what they are investing in, um, and you'll see. And by what use are they coming to you, or are they doing it more online?
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Karen. Thank you for letting us read.
Thank you. You're welcome. And let us know. Okay, feel free to
Yes.
come back and let me know. Let Gerald know. Subscribe to his channel and keep us updated, please. I don't
Yeah.
say it enough. I don't say enough about notifications, hit the notification button, but please feel free to do so. Okay. Um, who
Mm.
else is next on the list?
Uh, uh, Mimi, but somebody said chaos gone away, just sent to PayPal.
Okay.
So,
Let's see here. Let me double check. Uh, okay. Am I saved? Um, hang on one second, because
Yeah.
Julian. Okay, we'll do. All right. Let me see here. Chaos, you sent. Thank you for the donation, but you also put your question in there, in the PayPal box. Do you want me to answer that offline, or do you want us both to answer it here publicly? Because there is the message deals with some form of personal security, and I don't know if she wants to express that publicly. So let me know, Chaos, if you want me to do a separate reading for you outside, or if you want us to read in person.
Publicly.
Yeah.
And I know Mimi, there was is there a man she will marry in the who will marry in the future? And so that one we can think about it as this opening relationship. And Chaos said it's okay.
Okay. All right. So, Chaos, with your permission, I'm going to read your question that you sent. Please let me know it's okay. Even though you said it's okay online, I want to make sure that the question you typed in is still fine to read publicly. Okay. All right. So, Gerald, the question is, Julianne, thank you for the donation as well. And yes, I will take care of Gerald. Okay, so the question is, every time I travel, well, let me see if I can do this here. Okay, I'm copying and pasting this, and then I'm going to type it up. All right, so here it is. Okay, so read the question carefully. It's luggage, not lugga. Okay. Okay, that's almost a predictive reading, but what I will do, Chaos, is let's just see where, again, I read intuitively, I read energetically. So I can't say yes or no to this, but I can I will look into the cards and just see where this energy.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on around that?
Okay. Yeah. And I hope you have already talked to law enforcement about this, because this is something that tarot readers, psychic energy readers, yes. So please, whatever we say, these are guides. These are not set yes or no answers. Okay. Ultimately, it is up to you. I know, broken record. It is up to you, Chaos, to determine the best outcome for this. I'm not going to tell you what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me pull. I'm going to jump into this. I don't think I'm going to have to pull a lot of cards for this.
Okay.
Okay, from the middle. Ha ha ha. Should I leave the question up, or?
You can take it down if you'd like.
There you go. There you go. So, dare I say, the card has spoken. So, you need to have some protection of some sort. And I did shuffle this deck, and this is what I got. Okay. And when you get a major arcana card, in a sense, it's the archetype, it's the energy that needs to be done. Justice deals in what's fair. It's ruled by Libra, so it's balancing all these forces. But in this case, there is an imbalance. You're having a sense of protection taken away from you. You don't have the sword, you don't have the strength because it's being compromised. It's not, you don't have this form of protection. So it's very important to seek protection of some sort, whether it's law enforcement, going to a place where you can at least feel safe and know that no one's following you. It's very hard because um, I I've heard people's experience with stalking and stuff, and that is absolutely frightening, and especially online. It's crazy how people are getting into things, and it boggles my mind. But anyhow, you need to take matters not in your hands, but externally. You need to make sure that you are well protected. Um, I hope you are safe. I don't know if there's family involved as well, especially if there's family involved, that becomes a whole, that becomes a greater issue. I want to pull one more card just to see where this energy goes next. Okay, so I hope you're safe right now. Okay,
Yes.
wherever you are. Okay, let me. I'm going to do the top. Do you have a belief system? Do you believe? Do you have a faith that you follow or anything of that nature? It doesn't have to be Christian or anything like that, but is there a soul? Is there a force that you feel strongly with? Because I think this will help you during this time. And I'm not saying I don't push this. I'm not saying pray to Jesus or to God. I am open to anyone's beliefs, but I'm feeling that if you do have a force, energy that you feel that can be of strength for you, to call upon it. Now, the high priestess deals with someone who has, or it's a force of energy of spirituality, intuition, someone who knows deeper about certain things. It is associated with the moon, the high priestess. But here with this card, I'm feeling more, not so much like the Hierophant, but I'm feeling this card for you is more of having this belief in yourself. If you don't have a god or goddess or anything like that, have faith in yourself. Know that whatever is going through, you got two major arcana cards.
Oh, yeah.
These are very strong cards. Sorry, I'm going to remove for a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You got a spiritual card here with the High Priestess. This is a very strong card of guidance and influence for you, of self-belief and faith. Trust in yourself with this. And then we have the external. We have what needs to be done. We need to have that protection. We need to make sure that no one can continue to impose upon your space or in any ways come towards you. Seek this out externally, but internally trust in this. We being ourselves, we are our strongest person, and we can get through things. And we need to learn how to work with that energy and how to mold it, and so that when situations come up, we can turn within ourselves. We are our own gods and goddesses. That's my belief. And so we need to have that belief that we can get through things, but it comes from within. We have to trust ourselves, chaos. Okay, as scary as things are, that fear can just hold us back, and that's what you don't need. This is where you need to start taking charge, okay, and putting these boundaries, protection, whatever you need, right there with you, okay. And then, of course, with the guidance of the High Priestess. You wrote here, yes, a believer, Judeo-Christian. You also do Reiki. You know what to do then. If you're a Reiki healer, you know what you need to do to surround yourself with a protective force, and to hold that and to maintain that. Okay, and that also comes, that force, that energy field that you put around you also comes from inside. So as you build strength inside, that confidence and whatnot of that aura, of that energy around you strengthens even more. And the more you put strength into that energy inside out, whatever is coming towards you will hopefully, okay, will hopefully lessen, and it will hopefully, I'm not going to say will, but will hopefully move away, and it will eventually stop. Okay, but it's work. Okay, so we can't sit still when something's happening, whether it's good or bad. We have to keep that energy moving in a way so that it benefits us the best way possible. Okay, and I have Gerald here.
I thought that was a great reading. I don't really have anything to add to that, except encouragement. That Justice and the High Priestess, keeping yourself safe, it continues to be very important.
Yeah. So. And you know what to do because you practice Reiki, so you know the energy, what you need to do to surround yourself with good elements and good resources.
Absolutely.
Okay, so be mindful of what's going on, but at the same time, be safe. Okay, Chaos?
Okay. I have Mimi on next, and then right after that, Walking in Her Image.
And thank you everyone for waiting. Appreciate the patience.
Yes.
So hang on in there. We got another 14 hours.
I think so. Yeah. Probably about 3 or 4 more 3 or 4 more cookies may happen.
Okay.
I don't know. So we'll see. And Mimi's question was, is there a man who will marry me next year? Was the question. So we need to frame that a little. It's like, maybe that would be, what do you think about something that was what energy is around Mimi for marriage, or what, something else? I'm
thinking maybe like somewhat immediate. What's the energy looking immediately in regards to this relationship? Oh wait, she's not in a relationship.
Not in a relationship.
Is someone going?
Yeah.
I think the cards can easily guide that. I think they can easily say.
And Kalaluzzi, I got that joke. Mimi, she's first. It's a RuPaul joke.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, it's around this time, 2.25 hours, when you do readings like this, the energy kind of, it's not weakening, it just sort of becomes even keel. We get the excitement when we start, and now it's just sort of like.
Okay, I'm going to take a stab at this. Not literally, but the first card I got was the Page of Wands. And part of it is putting out there and radiating the energy of that you are all that. it feels, it's like shine a bit, and radiate that. There comes from caution of not getting caught up in the unwanted energy exchange, making sure that you set your boundaries very clearly and you stick to them. But then we also have that full. And sometimes I don't want to say don't be foolish, but be willing to do things that you may not have done before, with a solid foundation. It's like, for instance, if you go out on a date with somebody, you need to make sure that somebody knows where you're going, how to contact this person, and you actually, we used to set it up that in the middle of the time that you were with someone, that you would get a text message or a call, which was your out, that if it wasn't going well, you could actually go, oh, my friend needs some help, I have to go. So don't, I wouldn't say, don't be foolish, but I just get this sense of start radiating out that this is something that you would be interested in exploring. So hey, Tiffany.
Alrighty. Oh, okay. I'm not happy with this.
Okay.
No. 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 I'm getting swords are falling out, and it doesn't feel right. I wasn't thinking of her question, so okay. Mimi. Okay, I'm going to give this a good shuffle so we can thoroughly remove cards that keep coming up, which is never a bad thing, but I think I got to change the energy here.
Yeah.
Okay, so bear with me, Mimi. Did I say that right, Mimi?
I think so.
Me. Alrighty. Okay, this should be good to go. Okay, I'm going to just go from the top. Okay. You want to find someone soon. You want to find someone that that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel secure, almost like you're equal. I don't know what sign you are. So with the Queen of Cups, we have to turn the light on here. Hang on one second. My apologies.
Good night, Julianne.
Bye, Julianne. Bye. Hugs to you, Mimi. Okay, so here. I'm feeling what you're wanting, and I guess this is what a lot of people want. We want this emotional comfort. We want this emotional security. And I got to pull another card. Hang on a second. Damn. Cannot get these swords away, so I'm going to go with it. So I got the Page of Swords. So what I'm feeling here with this card coming up is the love, the affection, the emotional security that you're getting, or that you would like to have in a relationship. I'm going to throw a twist in this reading here for the Page of Swords. Is this something that you really want? When you're looking into a relationship, you have to start considering emotionally, yes, we want this, but ideally, is that what you need? Because relationships go
Mm.
more than love. There's a lot of work that goes into it. So when it comes to looking for a potential mate, start almost put down a checklist. Write down, if you like, what you like, what you're looking for, what you want. Okay. And what you do is you focus on that energy. You visualize it, you mentalize it, and you're like, okay. And sometimes this works. The visualization of a potential mate, if you put it out there hard enough, you'll be surprised. Maybe you'll find someone that is just like that, or at least holds those qualities.
Mm.
So with the Page of Swords, what I'm seeing here is just really think about it. Maybe give yourself something different. Maybe it's time to find in a relationship something that you have not already experienced. Okay, you want
Mm-hmm.
something different. Okay, and so I think that's a good way of approaching this. Okay, so just start thinking um, what you feel you need, because in a relationship, when it goes both ways, you're basically supporting each other. What one person's lacking, the other person's filling, and
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. Okay, so if you feel like you're missing something outside of this card just strongly tells me that you want to have someone. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but be careful with your wants and needs. Okay,
Yes.
that can get misconstrued, and you may end up getting someone that you really don't want.
Yes.
Um, and uh, and so again, with this Page of Swords, just start thinking what is of importance. You said you really want a really man attitude. And you're a Cancer. Okay. This tends to be associated with Scorpio, but the energy of nurturing is there,
Mm-hmm.
and but also being possessive. We have to be careful of that energy. You don't want
Yeah.
to suck away that energy of the other person.
It
Uh,
needs to be a beautiful balance.
yes, yes. We have Scorpio Gerald right there. So
Yes. Yeah. And Amy, 'cause I the first card that I had was the Page of Wands, and you got the Page of Swords.
yeah,
So interesting.
air and
It's a
fire.
yeah, air and fire, and sometimes too much air will blow out a fire,
Hmm.
and sometimes the fire will burn too hot. But this is the it's a new approach. Yeah, it's a very balanced
Yeah.
aspect. So
I feel, Mimi, you need something different. Um, like sort of challenge yourself in a relationship. Find something that is a little bit different. This may actually spark um, an excitement for you. It's like, wow, I found someone that I never thought that I would meet, and here it is. Different interests, but there's still an attraction. There's still something there. That's the fun thing. Someone that you meet that you never expected. And so that's what I'm saying here with this Page of Swords. Consider that. Put down your list something that is missing, something that you have not experienced yet.
perhaps it could be friendships instead of a marriage.
Mm, I think.
Just and instead of focusing on the
Yeah,
marriage, it perhaps look for some friends, people to get to know.
yeah. And that's what I was saying earlier. Is you always, not always, but I think you have a better chance in relationships if we start off as friends
Correct.
and then
Yes.
go from there. I've
Yes.
experienced it very, very few where I've had a friendship and it moved romantically. And sometimes it worked out better that we were just friends,
Hmm.
and that's fun.
Yes. Yeah. I hope that was good, Mimi.
Yes. Let us know. Come back, next year and let us know you met someone completely opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a Cancer, so your opposing sign is Capricorn. So maybe you'll meet a Capricorn. And that's an earth sign.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try find what I need. No. Don't find. Don't find. Just let it go. That's just me.
Attract. Yeah. It's just, don't
It'll
try to work at it and allow it to show up.
yeah.
Don't limit it.
Yeah. That's the beauty of the surprise.
Yes. I have walking in her image next, and then dippity-doo.
Okay. You want to do walking in her image?
Yes, if I can remember what walking in her image's card question was.
Thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much.
I'm scrolling back. That's why I'm looking down.
Or if you can retype it for us, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. And I got dippity do after. You holding up okay, Gerald?
I am. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I'm going to have to get some water in a little bit.
Okay. Yes, we must hydrate.
I can't do 5 quarts. That's unbelievable.
Well,
water.
Yes. It did take some time to get there before my body went, oh, this is the new normal. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Walking in her image is here. Yes.
Yes.
What's your question? I like shuffling this deck, by the way.
Yep. It's a nice, it's a no fuss. It's the 3 little piggies deck. It's not too hard, not too soft. It's just right.
Yes. I will ask, am I where I need to be?
I'm going to remove me and grab some water.
Sure thing.
Because I am
okay. Yep. Okay. The deck is, purchase responsibly, know your own limits. It's available on Etsy. And am I where I need to be? Here's the question. If yes, if no. Yes, Kristen Louise, we've only got 17 hours left. What's your purpose? Okay, I'm going to shuffle again. Hope it was a good meeting. I'm around negative family. Am I connecting to my higher self? What's your purpose? All right, let's just get a good general feeling about where you are, your purpose. Let's see what I can do. And, well, thank you. Am I on track? I think you probably know the answer to that if you're on track. But let's... I got the Chariot for the first card, which is what's going on. The Chariot, when I see the Chariot, it is a card about oftentimes rapid movement. The Chariot also suggests making sure that you are focusing your attention on the direction you want to go. And it's also a card, oftentimes when the Chariot shows up, you're getting messages in your sleep. You're being led by your guides. You're having interactions there. And so do you keep a dream journal? Do you believe in that stuff? Yes, Diana Rigg in the Avengers. And let me tell you, if you've ever seen Diana Rigg in the Avengers, she is all that, and she knows she's all that, and she's going to make sure everybody else knows that. Very, very confident, very stylish. knows who she is. I'm trying to hold the light in a dark area. And the Chariot is one that can hold the light. It can sometimes move very quickly, shift. I got the 10 of Wands, which what is important is walking in her image. You only need to hold the light that you need to hold. It is not your responsibility to hold the light for everyone. This 10 of Wands is the card of, and it's the card of carrying things that are not yours to carry. You need to put some of these things down and understand what it is, what are your responsibilities, and you have to take care of yourself, because if you're trying to hold up the light for everybody else, boy, that's going to burn you out. And this is the card of a lot of extra work and a lot of energy expending a lot of energy. So we'll say it that way. This is, by the way, this is the 8 of Pentacles, and it is the card about it's working at it. It's the card of showing up, doing the work that needs to be done. If you're trying to hold the light, you hold the light for you, and you show up every day and hold the light for you, and do that in multiple situations. Because my experience has been, for me, not endorsed by anybody else, is when I hold the light for me and I take care of myself, people tend to notice that. What are you doing differently? Why do you seem so happy? And it gives you an opportunity to share. Well, I'm doing this. I'm taking care of myself this way. I'm making sure I get enough sleep. I'm taking a walk. And it also, so it does suggest that you do the work for you and then let other people take care of themselves. If they're wise enough to notice it, they may ask you about it. And the overall card that I have supporting this is the 2 of Swords, which is, this is the card of decision and not making a decision. And if things keep going the way they are, it can be challenging. You are, however, you can control your own responses. I certainly encourage you to hold your response and show up, do the work that you need to do to keep your light going. And that's a very powerful. We have 1 major arcana, then we have a wand, a pentacle, and a sword. We don't have any cups or emotions around this. And it feels very much like it's weighing you down. And so I think you're powerful just as you are, but don't try to dissipate that power. Don't give it to other people. Keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
Is what I ultimately want to say from all of those cards. So that's what I have walking in her image.
How do you feel about that? Waking in her image.
Is it waking? Oh, sorry. Waking. My apologies.
Yeah,
I think I noticed that the last time. Waking in her image.
Remember those skinny fonts that look close together? Like,
waking.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the reading? I'm going to pull a few cards here as well.
Said yes and absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, see, and that makes more sense with the name Waking in her image.
Yeah. Walking in her image sounds good.
Yeah, but taking care of your surroundings, your body.
Yeah.
Putting down stuff that's not yours to carry.
Exactly.
Making those choices every day, every moment. I think, boom. This was the Diana Rigg in the Avengers card, Chariot. I love that.
I'm surprised. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe that's not her because they should have put her in that black leather jumpsuit.
Yes, I would say it's
But
probably the Pulp
version.
Tarot version of it because, of course she's driving a sporty car.
Yeah. Maybe it's a copyright issue. Maybe
I don't know.
maybe her outfit is copyrighted. I don't know. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put this up because I think you already saw.
I feel like there are secrets that hold my space here. Okay.
All right, so let's see what we have here. So her question, or his question, let's see what they have to say. Okay, top, bottom. Gerald.
What?
What are you channeling here?
Oh,
What
wow.
are you channeling here?
I
You
said,
are channeling.
yeah, I love that. I love
ET,
that.
go home. ET, go home. Okay,
Mhm.
so the chariot. What we got here, and I'll show you the other card as well. Two of Pentacles. So we are looking at balance.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hide. So we got the balance here very clearly. Okay. Chariot. It's ruled by Cancer. Cancer, even though it's not really depicted here, but we have, I'm going to move very closely. We have the equivalent of the sphinxes, the lions. We have the opposing energy. This is the vehicle. That is, the vehicle represents the body. And so what's interesting here is this individual is outside of this. So I'm feeling here with this card in particular, we're needing to take control. There's a question of willpower. How are you managing issues? How are you taking charge of these situations? Because here you have the elements, the white and the black is opposing forces and trying to work and contain those energies and utilizing it in a way so that you can apply it to what you need to maintain. Um, Once you get the sense of inner strength and of inner control, the chariot is of self-control. Um, Things start coming to you when it comes to troubleshooting or problem solving. Things start coming more in a natural way. Okay, Cancer is emotional, nurturing, caring. They're very sensitive about where they are and who they are involved in or with. So this can apply for business, work, family, personal. So with the chariot here is where are we putting these things that are of great importance? What do we need to take control of? What do we need to take charge of? Emotionally, what is it guiding you to? And how are you going to mend, take charge of what's happening? Here with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, Two of Pentacles is dealing with what's going on at the moment. I'm going to put this card here forward because here you can see we have large ship, tiny sailboat on the waves, but it's keeping things in balance, keeping things moving, keeping these energies, things that you are working with or working towards or that you're building towards, keeping all that energy that you're putting that time in, keep it balanced. This includes if you're balancing your own well-being, your family, your work, career, things are pulling from you at two different directions. Okay, so this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the emotional direction of how we're handling a situation, balancing opposing energies, and taking charge. And here with the Two of Pentacles, we're seeing this. We're seeing that you are able to maintain this, maintain control, maintain balance. And in doing so, you have a foundation. This person is on uh, somewhat stable ground, but you are doing what you can under circumstances to keep things moving, but keeping things moving at a steady pace. And if something comes in your way, you have to work with it. You have to start making decisions as to what is priority, what is of importance. Okay. So emotionally, we're listening here, but we also have to um, put all these elements together so that they work fluidly and that they can get to the point of where you need to be. Okay, so a lot of work needs to be done. We got the Pentacles and the Chariot. Okay, so be mindful of what your weaknesses are, but also your strengths, and focus on those sources that are weak, so you could bring in that strength to focus on these things that need to be more contained and need to be more managed. Okay, you're manifesting. Okay, very good.
And just to point out, we both got a Chariot and we both got a 2.
I did not see that.
Can't make this stuff up. And you have the 2 of Pentacles or Earth, and but then the swords certainly the air.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting.
I would say making balanced choices.
Yep.
2 is all that equilibrium. When you get that balance going, you build that foundation, which we have here.
Yes.
She's very strong. She has both of her feet, legs akimbo. She's just standing there, and she's like, okay, let's keep this energy going.
Yeah. Very interesting. Wow.
ET, go home.
Yeah.
Let's see. It has been exhausted, but you are guided. Okay. Again, when there's a lot
Good.
going on, when you get a reading, you manage that energy, but you manage the energy. It's not like you're not doing anything. You have to do that work to make those changes.
Yes.
Important.
And
She's
thank you.
Aqua moon. Wow. Aquarius moon.
Mary Martin Peter Pan is not screwing around. Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles. I can see that. Yeah. That's hilarious.
22 destiny. Yeah.
Mm.
You can read it as that, like that as well. But I see the 2s individually. I don't combine numbers, especially when it comes to the birth cards, the yearly birth cards. I don't combine the numbers until they get to a certain number, and then I go back to the beginning. I have to thank Jonathan for pointing out the importance of adding 0 into deciphering what your year card is, because if you leave that 0 out, it's not counting. So the 0, even though it's not a number, it's still in sequence, so you can actually count that as a 22 card.
Yes.
And you can reduce it down to 4 or leave it as 20. I just mentioned that because you put down 22 destiny.
Yeah.
Which is the direction of the Fool, too. That Fool card.
Yeah. Next I have Dippity Doo. If Dippity Doo is still here. Kristen Louise popped back in. After her meeting, she was like, you all are still here. I'm like, well, we've got 17 hours left.
Yeah.
We both have refreshed our water, so.
Yep. There you go. Is it your turn for Dippity Doo? I'm kind of losing track.
I'm kind of just pulling in. I would be Happy to do Dippity Doo if Dippity Doo. Yes, still here.
Okay.
Insight
Excellent.
on how my upcoming visit with in-laws may go. So, okay. Insight on how upcoming visit with my in-laws will go.
Reading Calla Lizzie's comment here.
You're welcome, Waking.
Yes, thank you. I have a delay in seeing some of the comments, so thank you, Waking in her image.
Okay. It's the sun is the first card, and it's 19. I don't know where you're going, what you're doing, but the sun bodes well, actually, in my opinion. That is matched with the Six of Pentacles. So I think there is an opportunity for you to get some help in doing what needs to happen, maybe from your family or the in-laws. We do live in the desert, and that's where we're going.
Oh, okay.
So there is a bit of caution. Don't make things worse than what they really are. Don't overthink it. The Eight of Swords. So don't be putting out something that may not be there. So don't make that happen. A suggestion that I have for entertainment purposes only is the Queen of Swords. Be a bit directive in what needs to happen. If we're going to do this, make sure everybody is on the same page. They know what's expected of them, and then move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So be proactive in that. Yeah. So, but I love this Six of Pentacles. It's very, with the family getting together, and it does suggest to me, if somebody asks if they can do something to help, say yes, and this is what you can do. Give them that opportunity. And also, don't forget to ask for help. I need help making dinner or unpacking the car or something like that. It's an opportunity for a nice exchange. So I hope that makes some sense, Dippity.
Tippity Doo, where in the desert are you going? Because I live in the desert, so I don't know if you're in California or whatnot. It's okay. I'll pull. I am going to pull some cards here. I'm just curious.
Hi, lady.
Palm Springs. I know Palm Springs, maybe.
Gotta bring a sword with me, Gerald. Got it. Just joking. We've had 15 years of very strained relations. Okay.
Oh, Temecula. So you're in California. Okay. Temecula.
Temecula. Okay.
That's what I would call Temecula. I go Temecula.
So it's Temecula? I don't know where that is.
It is Temecula. It's I think it's part of the Inland Empire. It's San Bernardino County. It's probably about an hour, 40 minutes south of Los Angeles. I think southeast. It's not Palm Springs, but it's more like a valley area. All right, so Dippity Doo. I want to bring that energy into this reading here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Swords, swords, swords.
Yeah. Queen
Yeah.
and king.
Yeah. It's 15 years there's been doing this, so I gotta pull another card. Let me do top. Lord, have mercy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
You know
tough
what?
one. Yeah.
When I see this, Deputy Do, and when I saw that it's 15 years, this has to stop. This has to stop. Can't force this, obviously, but this gets tiring mentally and emotionally. I feel here with the King of Swords, there is one person, I don't know who, but there's one person that is just definitely with the
Yep.
sword,
Yep.
just like,
Yep.
I ain't having it. This is the way it is. And this is where I feel the greatest challenge is coming in, and it's getting to the point to where it's just like it's hurtful. You may
Yes.
be numb to it, but we need to start seeing a change in this.
Mm-hmm.
And and if possible, because we got swords, let me pull another card. I want to see if this is going to fall. I'm shuffling this. I am
I know
shuffling
you
this.
are.
I pulled from the top, the middle. This was the top. This was the middle of the deck, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we need some communication.
Yes.
Deputy Do, don't know what sign you are, but it's time to step up to the plate and take
Take
whatever
charge.
challenge. Yeah, yeah. This is it, you know. And even though they're in-laws and stuff, I I feel I think this is you,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to face this, or it could be reversed. Okay, so someone needs to speak up and put matters, uh, lay the cards on the table, literally, because this
Yep.
gets old, and I hate to be either part of something like that or be the outside looking in and seeing how come this hasn't changed, how come this has been going
Mm-hmm.
on for so long. It is something that it needs to stop. And so the swords is communication, clearing things up, finding what's fair, what's the balance. This is almost a no, sorry, excuse the pun, no brainer, for solving this or putting some resolvement into what's going on. Um, wow, 1,400 miles away. Or
Dang.
just around. I don't want to tell you. That's totally fine. You
And then there's the laugh. I'm a Sag Sun, Moon Rising,
ah,
plus 2 other Sag placements. Ooh.
fire, fire, fire. It's time to start talking and start, not avoiding the situation. Sagittarius is, again, expansive. Everything's moving for them. Um, I think you need to stop looking at what's ahead and deal with what's right in front of you.
Yes.
Um, but I see here, um, yeah, Saggy energy. You can miss some things that are
Hmm.
right there in front of you. So I think it's important to address
Yeah.
this.
Wow.
Cal Lizzie has other,
Other suggestions.
yeah,
You know, this is for entertainment purposes only.
yeah.
Calla Lizzie just wants to be a fly on the wall, pop popcorn, and watch. Ooh,
Oh.
using their tiny hands. Ooh, don't do that. It's not going to help, Calla Lizzie.
Yeah. So don't avoid it, but again, you do what you feel is in your best interest. But ultimately, if you want to come to a truce, some words need to be exchanged instead of avoiding each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Fire. Yes, plenty.
Wow.
Do we have one last one? We're
I
hitting
don't think
3.
so. I think that's it. I don't have
Wow.
any others.
We
Did
did
I
it
miss
20
anyone?
hours.
Wow, that's great.
Ah. I'll make one last call. Any last call, we'll do one last reading because Gerald and I have a time difference. And so tomorrow is is an extra day for us. But be nice to do one more.
Yeah.
And if
Do
not,
that.
we can start winding things down with any announcements. But let us know. We'll do one more question.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
I know.
Don't ever take my advice, except maybe for a hotel. Thanks, Calla Lizzie. Appreciate you keeping it. She said you guys have 22 more hours to go.
No, it's less than that. We started around 4:30ish.
Yeah. Well, we've been at it for 3 hours, so that's good.
Oh yeah.
It's a lovely deck, though. This is just it's fun.
Wendy.
Wendy came in to support and hit the thumbs up and to subscribe. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
Do you want a reading, Wendy? One more.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Jerry Lewis telethon?
Oh yeah.
And so it's just like the telethon. It's like over Labor Day weekend. We need one more reading before we can go to station break.
Wear the tuxedo and then like 14 hours in, the tie's undone and the top buttons.
The tie's undone, but and his hair is a little there. And I remember when he used to smoke during it.
Yes, you're right. You are right. Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis. My goodness.
Was it just our generation that grew up with that? Or was it?
I don't know how long the Jerry Lewis telethon went on.
Did it for
Had to be, yeah.
Yeah, probably the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's totally fine.
No problem. No worries, Wendy. It's just good to have you stop by. Thank you for the support.
Yes, of course. Does anyone have any questions? We'll squeeze this out a little bit. And
do you want a reading? I could do a reading for you if you want.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Do you have a specific question? Okay.
General. How do you feel? Do you want or no?
Oh, I would love to do a reading for you.
Oh, no, the other way around. Do you want me to read for you? Do you want, or do you feel okay?
Actually, no, I feel okay.
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Okay. Let's do it. You felt compelled to do a reading, so let's see. No swords, please.
Oh, great. Now the swords are going to pop up.
I know. Oh,
you're welcome, Dippity Doo.
Let's see here. Oh, sorry. That's between the two of them. Yes, thank you. Oh, that's too many hours.
Everyone, how many people are there in the world? You did this to yourself, Amy.
That's okay. I enjoy this.
No, you did this to yourself. Look at my first card.
Oh, but I like that one.
It's a 6 of swords. It's moving from one side to the other, having the guidance of the intuitive understanding with the moon, moving across waters that are no longer as rough as they were. And I actually think this is an interesting thing, because from the 6 of swords we go to the Page of Swords, And this is an okay thing, because
Yeah.
we've moving from one thing to a new way of thinking and doing things, getting some exercise, stretching out. Do you do yoga?
I do. I do it
Okay.
almost 4 or 5 times a week.
Okay. Um,
I like that.
and I think that's a nice movement from, okay, we're doing this. Now we're doing this
Mm-hmm.
so that we can do this, the chariot. And
Oh.
I think that, we've had that. But but I, and again,
Hmm.
I think they're, gee, could those, it's almost like those are swords in the background,
Yeah.
but it's that tiki
The tiki
mod,
torch.
yeah, tiki torch thing. But then overall support is Five of Pentacles.
Okay.
Ask for help, be
Mm.
willing to offer help. The other thing about the Five of Pentacles, as I learned it, is it's the ability to live a lifestyle that not everyone else does or understands. It's being okay with being out of the ordinary. People don't need to understand you as you move forward. So,
Wow. That
because
feels good.
yeah, I mean, you're being willing to leave the city and going into an area that's new, and people may not understand it.
Hmm.
It's
Signs
that,
and omens.
yeah, does that, what's Kelly saying? The universe would like you to wear some go-go boots.
Hmm.
I mean, if you want to wear go-go boots, great. But I do hear the race cars, around you.
It's not
But
where I want to be.
I know.
Yeah.
But gee,
Yeah. Yeah.
movement, divine guidance. This is often a card, again, as one of the things that I learned about the chariot is getting taught in your sleep and having spirit guides communicating with you.
Okay. Okay. Thank
So
you.
you're welcome.
I like that Five of Pentacles, the reading that you did for that.
Hmm.
With this card, the way that you read it, it's like, yeah, you could be, you know, it may not be the best scenario to be in, but you have to make it work.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
which I feel I have been doing.
Yeah. And it's
Mm.
halfway through the suit.
Yeah.
So it's the halfway point. Are you going to embrace going on your own direction? So
What was the card after that, Gerald?
that was the last card. It was the chariot was
The
before it. It
chariot,
was the
Page
page
of
of
Swords.
swords. I mean, and then the
Yeah.
Six of Swords, which are interesting. Six of Swords, and it's like, okay, getting
Yeah.
out of that, and then moving through these doorways,
Yeah.
moving into
Transition,
that.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely in transition.
Wow.
So
Okay. Thank you.
thanks.
It
You're
falls into
welcome.
place.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah,
As a
Cal Lizzie, you almost want to think that this is like a joke pulp tarot that it's all swords. It's like five of swords, six of swords, seven of swords, eight of swords, nine of swords, 10 of swords, and ace of swords, two of swords, three of swords, four of swords, just different pictures.
yeah, then we had the queen a lot, and then the
Yeah.
king a lot. So
We got, I think it was swords, wands, and pentacles were the top ones
mhm,
of uh, of
yeah,
the elements. A
yeah,
little bit of cups.
78 swords.
My God. Um, Lady Capera would like a reading. Um,
Ooh, okay.
let's do a joint reading for Lady
Let's.
Capera. Okay. All All right, Lady Capera, did you have a question? And you will be our last reading. Did you have a question for us, or you want to do a general? How do you feel? Okay, let us know. I hope you're still here. Miss Lady Capera. See how many swords you can pull. Don't start,
No.
Lizzie.
No.
Because then we're going to end the
please.
reading. We're going to end the reading for you, Lizzie, and then you're going to see what's going to happen.
Don't make us do that.
I know, right?
General. Okay.
7 different kinds of candy, Lizzie.
Yeah, 7 different kinds of candy. Thanks, Lizzie. I'm still waiting. Yeah, but I want to know what kinds of candy they are.
True.
General.
Yeah, what are the 7 candies? Okay, go in your fridge.
Oh,
Let
going
us
for
know.
the frozen mini candy bars.
Okay, Halloween candy, right?
I don't just have the Halloween candy for Halloween. I mean, Lady Capera is playing with a Halloween deck, so.
Oh, yes. Okay, general.
General.
You shuffle quietly, Gerald.
Thank you.
I'm just like, boom, boom.
It's something that I actually do quietly. I mean, that's probably one of the only things. The other thing is I'm on an iPad and I have it up.
Okay.
So it's not on my table.
So you can't hear it as much.
Yeah, probably can't. Snickers, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, Kit Kat. I'm trying to remember what else.
I love Three Musketeers.
Yeah. There's apparently a new payday that is covered with chocolate.
Wasn't it?
I like payday. It's covered with, is it payday? Yeah, payday is the one that's actually has caramel on the inside, and then it's covered with peanuts. Yeah. And then they've covered it with chocolate. This is a new one. I didn't know about that.
Oh, yes. I like the peppermint patties. Me and my chocolate mints.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm certain you already have the cards pulled.
I do.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm just... Oh, you just... A whole bunch just decided, I'm showing up.
Okay, I'm going to pull those 2 since they just... Okay.
Do you want me to start? Or do you want to start?
No, let me start.
Good.
Because it's no surprise. I'm going to have to do a separate conversation with this deck and see, because there's obviously messages coming up. So Lady Capera Ankh, I hope you are doing good. So we have the Ace of Swords. And our Ace of Swords, move closer so you could see this. The ace is right across the board. You know, we're looking at something new, something different, something refreshing. Change of perspective. I know, Lady Capera, you have a very devoted and strong metaphysical practice. I almost want to say that maybe there is some there's some growth, there's some progression in your practice that's changing, like it should when you have a practice, you grow in a practice that is influencing you in the way that you want to direct your practice, your beliefs. Things are shifting, things are growing, and this is really important. And it's also something exciting. I'm getting a feeling too, like this is like, wow, this is amazing. It's something that you knew changes were coming, but they weren't coming in the way that you had expected. This is going to deepen your direction that you take your practice in. It's also going to deepen yourself in the way that you understand your practice. It's going to open up the doors of different tools that you're going to work with that will enhance. There will be influences that you will gain from this. Okay, so really, really take a look and see where your practice is right now and anything that you're noticing that's changing, because I feel already by seeing some of your previous videos that you are growing. Your understanding of your practice is definitely deepening. That sounds more spiritual, maybe more intuitive, but intellectually it's changing here. It's making even more sense to you, if that makes sense. Now the other excuse me. The other card I have here is our Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I have to ruminate on this one for a little bit because I was feeling very strongly with your practice. With the Four of Pentacles, I take the reading differently in relation to what's pictured in the card, because the Four of Pentacles is you're building a stability. You're having a foundation of sources. I don't know what's going on with your home. I'm getting a sense of home, but I think there's something that needs to change within your home itself. Whether it's, I don't know if you're in a big home or if you're in an apartment or something like that. I'm feeling that you need to do this is going to sound off the wall, but let me just say it. I feel you need to do a feng shui,
Mm.
because with this ace of swords, as things are changing and growing with you, when those elements start changing inside, you're going to start viewing things differently, and you need to start moving things around. For some reason, with this Four of Pentacles, if you just have a room, or if there's a area in your house that you do a lot of work with, or work in, and maybe it's a source of where you're getting money from, how you're earning income, I think you need to change it, just to just to move that energy around.
Yep.
I was, for a short while, many years ago when I was building my practice, I really got into feng shui, and I did some things to my house that it didn't look right to me, but I noticed the change in just moving the position of the bed, the position
Hmm.
of your altar, either north, south, east, west. Um, Everything, things started changing a little bit. I started feeling like anything that was constricted was starting to move a little bit differently, and that's what feng
Hmm.
shui is all about. It's all about movement. It's all about moving
Yes.
energy. Um, so I know this is sort of not related, but with the Four of Pentacles, what I'm seeing is building that foundation to maybe create any, or to release any blocks, anything that could be holding you back. And I'm feeling this could be for financial purposes. Like I said, if it's an office where you base yourself to earn income, maybe just change it up a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, but that's what I'm getting here with this card. I'm going to stick to those two.
Okay.
You have.
Well, because you just set this up perfectly, because once you adjust the way that energy flows, boom, Knight of Wands, rapid movements. And you had said moving into deeper realms. So it's like before you start a journey, it might be a good idea to clean everything out of the car and shift that energy so that the car can move faster.
Hmm.
And it just feels very it's a much more satisfying energy movement.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, there we go. Because then here's what I was like going, I
Oh,
have cups, I got cups. It's the Three of Cups. There will be an opportunity for you to share more with people with like minds and shared ideas. Go ahead.
I, I'm doing this because that Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups is holding similar energy to what we did for Jen, because Jen wanted to talk about organization.
Oh, yes.
And the cards are coming. coming up a little similar. But anyhow, please go on.
Yeah. Well, and then so we have that, you know, maybe get some people who who can help do that adjustment. And then we have the Page of Cups, because it's that it may not necessarily look the way you would expect it to, but the energy moves and the energy shifts, and then therefore you're going to be able to feel new ways about it. And I am a firm believer feeling is an extremely important part of any spiritual practice. And this is a card about feeling in a new way, and it could be you need to refresh your feelings about the practice that you're doing. And then overarching with this is the Queen of Pentacles. It's like, okay, let's take the environment, let's own it, let's make sure that it's set up to way the most benefit, because I mean, the Knight and the Queen, what a nice combination. You've got their opposites on the wheel. They're the opposite. The wands are summer, this is winter, and it's like, okay, we're matching that so that these things can happen in the middle of it, so that these new ways of feeling and not feeling like you're alone and being happy where you are. So I hope that helps. That felt really nice.
Yeah, I know Lady Capera. I believe she's Pisces. She's very deep. When I watch her videos, even down to the way she speaks in a subconscious realm. It's almost like Lady Capera. I'm certain you're still watching this. When I watch her videos, it's almost like she's in a trance as she speaks. Just like, wow. She's high priestess energy when I listen to her, the way that she speaks.
And for some reason, I was not subscribed to her channel, but I am now.
Okay, there you go.
I'm looking, how did that happen?
It's okay. Keep it going, Lady Capera. And you know this. You're Pisces. You know exactly, feeling wise. Because Pisces experience things that a lot of us don't quite get. You know, we've got Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Their connection to the deeper realms are very different, the way they approach them. So it's...
You're welcome.
You follow them. All righty.
Now I just want to have a beverage, an adult beverage of some kind. You know,
with a fish in a cup, ornamenting that cup there for you.
Sure. Okay.
If you ever come across a cup that has a fish sticking out of it, that's very unique.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Maybe a little umbrella with a fish on it, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. All righty.
Wow, this has been so much fun.
Yes. So 3 hours. What's the longest? What's the longest you've done that you can remember?
I was on with Ron Unconditional Love for
4 hours?
Close to 3 hours. I don't think I've done 4 hours, but
okay. I thought for some reason 4 hours. You make time go quickly. So,
well, I hope that's a good thing.
It is.
It's been delightful. I'm just hoping that, the length of time that we've been together, I hope it doesn't prevent you from asking me on back again.
Why?
Okay, good.
Why?
Just saying. I don't know. Some people, I don't know. I love this. This is such a great way to finish my Sunday. It's like awesome. I love it. And Sunday evenings, just saying, Sunday evenings at this time are good for me, actually.
Are they? Okay.
Just saying. So,
well,
yeah.
for anyone else who is still hanging on, Gerald and I have been talking behind the scenes of some stuff in the future. So he already mentioned we will do this very soon. We will do
Yes.
a casual. I
Deck
can say
casual. Yeah.
deck
Deck
casual.
casual.
Um, and and explore it in a more lighthearted manner. Maybe pull some cards, very similar. Um, and yeah, we have some stuff brewing. It's just a matter of scheduling and timing. So you will see
Mm-hmm.
him back on my channel. Um,
Yay.
I'll be on his channel again. So on and so forth. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to sort it out. Um,
Yes.
Anyone have any questions? No, not so much readings. Does anyone have a question for Gerald or me? Myself? And she purchased it. Ding, 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 ding. We
Yeah.
got a Weena.
Well, and I was actually looking at his Etsy store, and it's a bit pricey, but uncut
Yes, I saw
sheets,
that.
and I'm like going, well, that's the one way to make a fan, but I'm like going, do I want to spend that much money to make a fan? I don't know.
Mm,
Probably not.
you're creative. How about a quilt? Oh, yes.
Well, if
Yes.
you can, where is the place that you can have, Jeffrey, where is that place that you can have fabric made? What's the name of that?
Oh, they print.
Spoonflower. Yeah,
What's
Spoonflower.
what's
So
that? What's spoon
it's
flower?
Spoonflower. They actually print fabric. You
Okay.
can submit a design and print fabric, and
Okay.
yeah,
You have to talk to Todd about that because that's a copyright thing, I believe.
I believe you are correct. So,
But
but yeah, gosh,
alrighty.
y'all are having. This has been great fun. Thank you.
Yes.
So,
Thank you so much, everyone. The list is great. Calla Lizzie, Lady Capera, Nancy.
Karen, thank you.
Yes. I'm going to scroll up here because I can remember Tarot Stash, Gerald. From my heart to yours. Thank you as always.
Mhm.
Dippity Doo, Wendy. I'm not going to go through all this because it cuts off at some point.
Yeah, it does.
One person I was surprised not to see was Mel, Woolly Hermit. She usually pops
Mm,
in. So I did get an email from her. I think she said she wanted to take a break, but doesn't matter. I know she's a Virgo, so I know she has some plans coming up. So
yeah.
I will catch her next time. Um, Astrological Tarot, Michelle, Marie, thank you.
Hmm.
Julianne Victoria, Kristen Louise, Waking in Her Image.
Yes.
Mimi, I do my best to
Hmm.
pray for everyone, but I know I can't. Chaos Gone Away with a very intense question. I hope you will take
Hmm.
care of yourself.
Hmm.
Wiki, 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 wiki.
Okay.
And anyone else who I may have missed, my apologies. I did mention Nancy, I believe. Nancy, thank you for
Oh,
popping.
yeah.
Oh, and Jen, of course, Jen, our one of the
Yeah.
first people to come in. Um, thank you. Thank you so much for those who are watching this,
Oh,
watching the
yeah. And
replay.
then Beth. Beth was
Yes,
here,
yes,
Spazia Rising.
thank you. And also
So,
Betsy. Um,
Medium Betsy Palmer.
yes,
Yes.
okay.
Love
Mem-
that.
memory's holding up okay. We're doing okay. Going through the checklist. Um, so, for those who donated, thank you so much. It is
Hmm.
appreciated. For those who subscribed and hit the notification for Gerald, thank you as much for that because he is a busy man. He will keep you with a list of stuff for replays if you can't catch
Yeah.
them all.
Well, and I just decided to do that video of what I had going on from Friday, Saturday,
I saw
Sunday, and then,
that.
it's just fun, and it makes me very happy to do it. I was on with Manasa Wellness with Ben from Beneficial Tarot and Richie from Longman Tarot, and she's like, what do you take care of yourself? And I'm like, I love this stuff. This makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I do have a couple of days that I'm taking some. I'm not doing some during my regular time, but I'll be back. It's good. I'm not doing anything. It's just a day or two.
Yeah. Just a day or two.
It's just a day or two. Well, and I do most of my own stuff. I do most of my hosting on myself on Mondays and Tuesdays. So this usual time.
And then like Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays are more like guest spots, being guests on other people's.
Guest spots, because Wednesdays I have some book discussions coming up that I'm going back, and I enjoy it. I'm a hardcore extrovert.
You are.
I am a hardcore extrovert.
You are. And I'd probably be right there with you if I just didn't have the responsibilities of bills. And I'm not saying that you don't, but I have to keep things moving. So I'd love to do more of this. My time, and like everyone else, was the pandemic. So everyone is posting so much content, and now we're starting to see people's focus on things, and they're finding their priorities, which is good to see.
Yes. Yeah.
All righty. Okay, Gerald, hang tight. We'll wrap this up. And again, thank you, everyone. I will be back, I think maybe next Saturday. Next Saturday is the full moon. It's going to be the full moon in Pisces, because that's the opposing sign. So I may do a full moon episode on Saturday. I have some stuff coming up as well. I'm going to do a separate video, or maybe on the day of the full moon, to discuss that.
Nice.
But other than that, hang tight. Watch the Virgo 2 Decan reading that I have. Virgo 3 is coming up, I believe, next weekend, somewhere along that time. And then we're going to be winding down that last week of Virgo energy. So any questions about that, feel free to ask, comments, or offline. You know where to reach us. Everyone, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the laughs. We need some candy. We need some candy, Cal Lizzie. So we'll expect a little package in the mail.
There you go.
And Karen, thank you as well. My apologies for mentioning your name.
Karen.
And that's it. Have a wonderful extra day off if you're able to do so tomorrow, or just take it easy if you work tomorrow. It should be a lax day, hopefully, for many of you who have to work.
I hope so.
Yeah. And I will see you all very soon. All right. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.